Welcome back. We are live with your boy, Mr.BetonYou. I hope you guys are fantastic. It's Sunday. I know it's an hour later than normal. However, watching the NBA Finals tonight, I wanted to watch the game. It started at 7 o'clock my time, and it wound up being not a very good game. Celtics were getting kind of blown out in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, that's why we started late. Appreciate everybody for being here. Appreciate everybody. I know I'm calling this the late live gig show because it's late. So we'll see what we get tonight. I got some topics. We'll go over some things that I saw this week within the gig economy. I'll talk to you guys in the live chat, and I will open up the StreamYard. So please come in and join. We're going to keep the vibes loose. We're going to have fun. We'll talk about the gig conference tonight as well, and we'll see where the night takes us. Appreciate you guys for being here. Hit the thumbs up on the way in. Let's do some shout outs real quick. See who we got in the chat. I know we got Lee in here. I saw Slavic. We got Tragic Nights. We got Rico Dash. We got Lee. We got Laura in the house. Hello. I saw some other names up top. We got Nicholas. I saw Chris in the house. Rico Dash. What up? Daniel, what up? Appreciate you for being a channel member. April, hello. PPP. We got myself spamming the chat with some topics. Picky Pink Tina, what up? Miss Lopez, how are you? So StreamYard will be open. I would love to see some familiar faces and some new faces come in and give me your insight on the topics that we have going on tonight. We'll talk about our 3 future channels as well. So what up, Rodney? What up, Mary? Hello. Jamila, hello. D, what up? Ellen, hello. Lost my voice. Oh, Slavic, hope you're okay. Let's chat this week if you got a minute. Love to catch up with you, man. Hope you and the family are well. Irene, hello. Stephanie, what up? Jay White, appreciate Dashing Grandpa. Howdy, sir. How are you, my friend? Angelique, hello. So a lot of familiar faces. Loving it. So this week for me was a little weird. I don't know about y'all. Okay. Monday, I didn't work Monday because it was Memorial Day. I took that day off. Right. So when I went out to work on Tuesday, it felt like a Monday. So I was like, kind of like, I guess, behind, I guess, if that makes sense. I didn't hit my normal weekly goal, but I only worked 4 days this week. I didn't work Saturday, didn't work Sunday, and I didn't work this past Monday. But I still made good money for the amount of hours I was out there, for amount of time I gave to the apps, the amount of miles I drove. I was profitable this week, which is good because I know a lot of us can't be. Sometimes I'm not as profitable as I want to be, but I was able to make this week was decent for me. Okay. How about you guys? Put it in the chat. Okay. So I did some videos talking about, and community posts talking about, are we ready? How are you getting ready? How are you handling inflation, rising fuel cost, maybe food shortages, if you guys are seeing that, right? The economy's in a really delicate place right now, right? And some of us are more affected than others based on how your readiness and your preparedness, or maybe even based on the city or state or town that you live in. So a lot of other variables. A lot of you guys are still consistently making decent money based on what you tell me in the comments and the emails I get. Others have been struggling. So we're going to talk about, are you ready? Are you getting ready? Have you stayed ready? Did you see this coming? I'm going to talk about that tonight. Okay. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of things that I've been doing, that I have done, things that I'll continue to do, my outlook on the next few months. Now, I'm not an economist. I'm not a financial expert by any means, but I can share with you real things that I've done that have kind of worked. And then you guys make it your own. Okay. We talked about Buckle a lot this week. Buckle is an insurance company that is in 9 states. It also provides memberships that are free. You can get a free quote. A lot of us, most of us, over 90% of us are actually under or not properly insured to either do rideshare or food delivery. The apps do offer you some protections, but a company like Buckle, or you can get insurance for delivery, driving, or rideshare, possibly through your current insurance company that you use, but you have to ask them that. Not all insurance companies will cover you for that type of work, right? Because it's more of a liability for them, but you should be covered. If you don't have proper insurance and something happens, you're going to be putting yourself possibly in a really messy situation. So you can check out prior videos about Buckle, get a free quote, get a free $20 Visa electronic Visa card. It doesn't hurt to look into it, ask some questions, poke around, and see what options Buckle might be able to do for you. Plus, you can be a free member, and that doesn't cost anything. And you stay up to date with certain information. So, all right, enough about that. What else happened this week? I think that was pretty much it. Good week, great weekend. Today was a great day. I hope you guys, today was a fun day for me. I did some more yard work today. I took Ruby on a walk. We just had it was a good chill day today. So I hope you guys have a good day as well. So topics, let's get into the topics real quick. And then we'll get into the feature channels. And I'm going to open up StreamYard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually this time, because I don't have it on subscribers only mode. Anybody can be in the chat right now, whether you're a subscriber or not. Everybody's welcome, like always on this channel. So mods, if you have a blue wrench next to your name, if you see somebody spamming the chat with crazy links, let's block them, because I do have it open tonight. I'm going to put the StreamYard link in the actual chat, and I can see people and I can see them in the back room and if they want to come in, you can come in. If you start acting crazy, I'll just kick you out. So it's going to be open for everybody, okay? Let's go ahead. So the topics tonight. What are your thoughts on laws that make gig companies pay drivers minimum wage protection? So a new legislation just got passed in Seattle. Seattle's minimum wage, I believe, is either 25 or 17.50. So if you're a gig economy driver for like Uber Eats, DoorDash, okay, the apps have to pay you that amount of money minimum per hour. So let's say, as an example, you go on a Chipotle run and it's crazy busy there. It's crazy busy. You wait 40 minutes and it takes you 20 minutes to drop it off. And that order only paid you $6. Let's just say the gig company will kick in another $11.50 to get you up to $17.50. There are certain states, laws are being passed because some drivers are saying they're not making at least the minimum wage in their state. I'll share my opinion on that, but I want to hear, do you guys think this is good for the gig economy long-term, short-term? What's the pros? What's the cons? We could talk about that. Second topic, how ready are you if the gig economy in your market tanks? If it goes to where it's slow, you can't make it. If you get deactivated, let's say, knock on wood. If something happens within the gig economy apps you use in your market, or let's say they go away, are you prepared? What have you been doing to stay ready, to stay prepared? We can talk about that. Third topic, how are you adapting with inflation, slowness, or oversaturation in your market? These gig apps, now we'll have new ones that'll be coming up. That'll be the flavor of the month or maybe flavor of the year, right? But the ones that most of us do, DoorDash, Uber, Grubhub, Instacart. Those are the big ones. I'm going to put Spark in there right now because a lot of people have been doing Spark and I've been hearing some good things about it. But still, the majority fall within those four, and then we'll say Spark is kind of the fifth one. And there's hundreds of other ones that we don't even might know about or not as many people do. But if those apps go away, if you can't make money next month with Spark because it's oversaturated, something happens, Walmart in certain markets is testing drones to drop off things. If they start taking away the opportunities that you see, how are you going to adapt? What are you doing? Are you ready? So we're going to talk about that today, and I'll share some of my inputs as we go along. 3 feature channels this week. Now, I was super excited. We had a channel, okay, DashingWithFlash. He was somebody that was a longtime viewer, subscriber to the channel, and he kind of went away for a little while. And I saw he was making videos again this week. Go check him out, DashingWithFlash. And anybody that can, please put links in the comment chat, okay? Second channel, Grind for Yours. So sometimes I run into channels because they maybe make a video about me or they shout me out in a good or bad way. I get both, and I'm good with all of it. Grind for Yours gave me a shout out the other day, so I'm showing him the love right back, brother. Grind for Yours. It's all one word, capital G, grind, the number 4, capital Y, O-U-R-S. Go check him out. He does DoorDash content. I think he does some other apps. Doesn't have a lot of videos. He's kind of new. Go show him some love. If you like what you see, hit the red subscribe button. Grind for Yours. Dashing with Flash. Some of you guys probably know Dashing with Flash. Now he's back. I know he's been doing a lot of Spark. He said he just did a Spark video, I believe, today or yesterday. Go check it out. And the last one is something I'm super excited about. A lot of you guys that are watching probably know about it. If you're new here, check it out. We have a podcast, me and my friend Hannibal, starting Wednesday. We've been making some teasers here and there. It's called the Pedro and Hannibal podcast. It'll be on YouTube every Wednesday. The premiere episode is this coming Wednesday. We're not talking gig economy. We're talking sports, music, mental health, relationships, topics. I can't wait. It'll be a video that comes out every Wednesday. This Wednesday will actually be live. So I will go live on my channel about 30 minutes before. Try to get some of you guys to go check us out over there. We'll be live 9 Central, 10 Eastern. We'll be in the live chat communicating with you guys. We'll be recording this, and it'll also be on the podcatchers for audio podcasts. Super excited about me and Hannibal's endeavor into that. So those are 3 future channels we're going to talk about this week. Now, this week, what else happened this week? I think that was pretty much it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in if I can here. 1 second. Hold on. Give me a moment. Let me see if I can put the StreamYard link in. Okay. I'm going to put it in right now for you guys. And then while we're seeing if people want to join us up, talking about those topics, or if you have something else that's really important you feel for the gig economy, we can chat. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that link in. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, Lord. There it is. Okay. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and put the link in. It's going to be right there. So I just put the link in. Okay. It should pop up. You should see it here. It'll be under where it says Pedro and Hannibal, and there should be a link somewhere. Boom. There you go. Also, I'm going to put my number up because we also do it this way. And you could actually text me if you want to be in on the show on the StreamYard, and I'll send you a link that way as well. Appreciate everybody in here. Let's get some more shout outs. We got Hannibal in the house. What up? We need to talk after. I don't know what you did with that game, but I hope you did okay. Porky90, what up? We got Rico Dash. Appreciate you putting that channel link in. I'm assuming it's from somebody we were talking about. Gigaholic Rex, appreciate you being a member. What up, Earl? What up, Jonathan? Yo, Jeff, what up? Tina, Patsy, Dashing Grandpa, Earl, Mary, David, Chris, Joshua, Daphne, Laura, Cup of Laughter. What up, 2020? Ellen's in the house. Garden State and New Jersey. What up? What up? He says gas prices, I think, are making drivers scared again. I had a crazy busy week. Garden State, you've been rocking with me. You know my philosophy on this. The higher the prices go, I know that sucks. I have a very unpopular opinion. But for some of us, if gas goes up, just continues to go up a little bit. It's not crazy. I'm not talking $7, $6. I know it is for some of y'all maybe. But there will be more opportunity for you. And right now, this week, if let's say gas goes up 20 cents in my market, which would suck, and I'm paying $4.60, $4.70, I will make more money this week than if it's at $4.40. I know that. And if that happens, I'll tell you guys. Chris, Joshua, what up? All right. So, and that's, this is my analogy. It might be a bad one for some of you guys. When you have a pond and you got fish in that pond, and usually there's 20 fishermen out there, gas prices go up. Now there's only 10 fishermen. You're probably going to catch a few more fish, a couple more big ones. Gas prices go down, or the companies give us some kind of rebate. 20 fishermen turn into 30 fishermen, 40 fishermen. Probably not going to catch as many fish, and you might not get as many big ones you can take home. I think that's a very simple analogy. That's how I look at it, at least in my market. You have to make your market. You have to know what works in yours. You know what I'm saying? Grind for yours. Just gave you a shout out. What up, man? How's everybody doing? Hope you're all having it. Yeah, so grind for yours. I'm not sure if you know this. We do 3 feature channels every week, and you're one of the feature channels this week. Hope you had a great week this week. I hope you have a great week next week. We're live every Sunday here. So, all right. So I think we got a couple people. I know we have one person here waiting in the background. So I see you, Dave. Go ahead and hang tight. If anybody, let me check the phone line, see if we have anybody texting. Don't look like nobody else but Dave wants to be in. Go ahead. All you got to do is text in if you want to be on the StreamYard. I'll go over the topics again for you guys real quick here. And I know we're off to a late start tonight, but I appreciate you guys for sharing any time with me. Appreciate it very, very much. So topics tonight. Some new legislation just got passed in Seattle, and other states have done this as well. What are your thoughts on laws that make gig companies pay drivers minimum wage protection? Meaning, if you're active on the apps, not just sitting in your car, but you're active, you're on deliveries, and you don't make minimum wage in your state, the apps will pay you that. So for example, you do a Chipotle run. Let's say this example, you do 2 runs. You make $6 on each. So you make $12 in that hour for whatever reason, which is really bad, by the way. If you're making $12 an hour in the gig apps, I need you to get out because you're not being profitable. But what the apps will do is they'll pay you that extra difference. So in Seattle, it's $17.50, I believe, or $17.25 is minimum wage. They'll give you an extra $5.25, $5.50 to bump you up to that. So you're protected in that way. Okay. What do you think about that? Good or bad? Long-term effects, short-term effects for the gig economy, for the customer, and for the drivers. Second topic, how ready are you if the gig economy tanks in your market tomorrow? Are you ready? Are you prepared? Have you thought about it? And how are you adapting to inflation, slowness, or oversaturation in your market? Okay. So that's what we got there. Go ahead and text in if you want to join in. We got a couple people waiting. We have Dash Nowitzki. He was with us a couple weeks ago. And we have Dave. I'm going to bring Dave in first. Dash Nowitzki, go ahead and hang tight. Let's see what Dave has going on. Let me unplug. Let me see this here. I think I got to unplug this. Before I do that, can I get a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear me still? Please give me a thumbs up, and we'll bring Dave in a moment to make sure we're still good. What up, TT? What up, Jonathan and Angel? What up, Laura? What up, Brooks? What up? Props 22. Yeah, it's sounds very similar to that. It really does. So I average about $40 an hour. That's fantastic. You're in a great market. So thank you. Okay, so you guys are good. You can hear me. Let's go ahead and bring Dave in. All right. I think Dave is ready. Dave, hello. How are you?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Fantastic. First off, appreciate you coming in. Are you out work? Are you doing gig work right now?
I just finished up right now, actually.
How was your day?
Actually did like about a half day. I didn't work on Saturday, and I took a couple of extra days off this week, so I needed to kind of catch up with it. So I just decided to go out today.
Yeah, I gotcha. Cool. So what do you got on your mind? I talked about the topics. I'd love to hear your perspective on any of those.
Well, actually, I am in California, so we do have Prop 22 active. So I have a little bit of experience with that. So normally, like my main app for the most part is Uber Eats, as far as like the delivery apps. Second is DoorDash, and then very last is Grubhub. I also I just started doing Flex, Amazon Flex, to kind of supplement everything, just to kind of combat a lot of the oversaturation and slowness in the market for the most part. But with like Prop 22, it's kind of cool sometimes though, because you get that little extra bonus every 2 weeks from Uber. Like just last week, I got like about an additional like $80 for the last 2 weeks previously to that. And like in DoorDash, they'll send you like an additional, the difference every week at the when they send you your payout. Yeah. I mean, like I'm kind of indifferent to it. I mean, normally the orders are pretty high paying in my area for the most part, so I just kind of take it as a bonus. I'm like, oh, cool, there it is. As far
so you're not like relying on it necessarily, or you're not, do you take orders that you would consider bad just so you can stay active to get some of that, or how do you do that?
Heck no, I don't. I try to stay busy usually with as many, like I'm multi-happy most of the time, so I'll try to like always pick the best orders out of everything. Usually in my area, for the most part, Uber is just so dominant, so that's why I do so much of it. Most of my money comes from that, and I will see a lot of usually I try to stay to like low mileage, high dollar orders here, just because like the traffic is pretty bad here, so you're not like, you can get something that's like, $15-20, but if you have to drive like 5-7 miles, that's going to take you a whole hour almost to finish here.
I bet. What part of California are you in, if you don't mind sharing with us?
I'm right in actual the middle of LA, just like about like 10 minutes away from downtown.
Wow. So you're in a really busy, highly populated market.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually I'll start my mornings like in downtown LA, because that's usually where it's the busiest. And then I'll move into like the Hollywood area, those kind of parts. Usually I try to stay not about 10, 15, 20 minutes away from home for the most part, just because that's usually where all the money is. But lately, for the most part, like it's been pretty, I feel like since everything really just opened up over here, the dynamics have changed. So I have had to adapt to the new pattern, since most people are returning back to work. And recently, I think just within the last couple of months, they lifted the mask mandate, so more people are actually going out and everything. So
would you say, let me ask you, Dave, would you say because of that, you're not getting as many offers coming in on the phone, or is it just not as many good ones? What are you seeing? What changes have you seen since those things have changed in your market?
Honestly, generally just not many offers coming in at all. That's really what it is. And then, when you do get some, they're, for the most part, it's always going to be at least like a good amount of them are going to be bad.
Yeah.
So
how long have you been doing the gig apps?
I'm coming in about a year now, full time. I left my W-2 last year.
Mm-hmm.
And realistically, the only reason I left the W-2 is because I was just making way more money on this than I was
Right.
working that W-2.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, right now I'm kind of trying to open up my options and see what else is out there, because like you were saying, just in case anything does happen.
Yeah. Well, that's a great segue. So you've been doing this for a year, right? You left your W-2 because you saw there was opportunity to make, you said, way more money than what you were doing before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody could, some people, maybe if you leave your W-2, that could be a bad decision based on your market, but your market can sustain you, it sounds like, right? So
Right.
let's say, hypothetical, right? 2 weeks from now, your market just oversaturated with drivers. You're not making the money. And now instead of making, just an example, I don't know what you make. I'm not going to ask you, but instead of making $100 a day, now you can only make $40. So you're making more than half less than what you normally can make. Are you prepared to, how long could you do that, make significantly less? And what would you do? Like, are you ready? Obviously, you said you've been thinking about looking at other options. Like, have you thought about that? And are you actively kind of preparing yourself for life after the gig life? Like, what are you working towards?
Well, right now, for the most part, I'm trying to work mostly on my e-commerce stuff, but I'm open to other options. Like there's an for probably getting into like a trade, if just as a backup plan mostly. Not there's some opportunities in a couple of trade unions out here that I can probably get into.
Mm-hmm.
If anything else, I will continue to do the gig apps in one way or another, just to kind of make ends meet for the most part, just because everything's getting a lot more expensive.
Yeah, I
But
bet. Well, your cost
realistically,
of living out there too has got to be way, way higher than mine. I know that without even having to ask. I mean, yeah.
yeah, and then everything just changed a lot more now that I have a baby girl now. So that's kind of thrown a wrench
Oh,
in everything.
how old is she?
She just turned a month old this week.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you,
What's her name?
Penelope.
Okay, so my daughter, Ruby, is almost 11 months, and it seems like she was born weeks ago. It goes by so fast, right? And she's walking around now, and awesome, man. I appreciate you sharing that with us. That's awesome news. Is this your first kid?
Yeah, this is my first one.
Awesome, man. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let me ask you this. So I can ask you a million questions about Prop 22, but I won't bore you or everybody to death. Maybe we could talk another, because I don't know a lot about it, but I know a little bit, and I have my opinions about it, but I've never worked with it. So my opinions are just opinions without any actual facts, right? I think there's some good things about it. I think there could be some bad things, like with anything, I think, with the gig economy, right? But let me ask you this final question. You talked about the trade unions, and there's some opportunities, and obviously you have your eyes and ears looking beyond, driving the apps for, forever, right?
Of course, yeah, right.
You got a daughter that's a month old, so obviously now you got to really think about, okay, what do I do long term for, to make sure she's covered, make sure we're good, school gets expensive. Like, there's just so many other expenditures. You know what I mean? What is, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your confidence level in your market? So let's say you had to do this for the next, let's say 3 years. Okay.
Right.
And 3 years could go by really quick. How confident are you that you'd be able to do it for that amount of time and still make sure you got all your bases covered?
Let's just say, I'm like, I live in a pretty big city, so I'm confident enough that the opportunity is always going to be there. However, it just, what's going to really change is that I'm going to have to work a lot harder for it. It's not going to come as easy, but at that point, like I said, if push comes to shove, if I need to like really grind through it, I'm willing to do it just to kind of get through it. Yeah. Now, like I said, I'm not kind of clear in my mind yet what I'm going to do beyond this, but I want to get out of this as soon as possible. I'm not looking to be involved in it at the very least full time. Yeah. In the long term, like I'm trying to kind of come up with at least a 6-month plan to get out of this doing it full time. Yeah. And maybe at the very least doing it part time just to kind of make that extra money. So the first job, the first thing would be for me to replace the weekly amount that I was trying to do with something else. So once I have that figured out and work my way into that, and like I said, one of the things that can't help me get there is if we start me and my wife we're running an eBay store, but we've kind of put that on the back burner for now. But we're trying to come back into that, and we're trying to at least replace that income with that. And then I can, on top of doing that, I can also work the gig apps to supplement the amount. Or for the meantime, while that builds up, keep working the gig apps.
Yeah, and you know what? I give the gig apps a hard time. A lot of us content creators do. There's bad stuff, and that's what we like to talk about. I try to shed light on some of the good, because I think there is a lot of good. And I think that these gig apps can do can do us really well. Whether it's full time, and it sounds like you've got a plan. I can tell you have a plan. And then you could marry that into then eventually you kind of weaning yourself off it and doing it part-time. But part-time for me, and I've been saying it for a while now, it's a great way to make money. It's a great way to save money for a house, for a car, pay down your debt, send a kid to school, pay for a vacation you got coming up. Like, a lot of us have to do it to turn the lights on, keep the phone on, food on the table, and that's great. But most people do it, I think, for the other reasons. And I think the gig apps are great in that way because we turn them on, we turn them off. We can work when we want. A lot of people might only work a Sunday afternoon for 3 or 4 hours and make $100. That's great. Extra $400 a month, right? That could be your car payment. It could be whatever, right? Could be your savings. So it's really awesome. I can hear you speak about you and your wife, and you got this side business, the e-commerce stuff, and like you're actively thinking about other ways and thinking about a 6-month plan or whatever it is for you to then kind of do something else, supplement your income, but still keep the apps on the part-time level. I think that's awesome. For me, it kind of signifies that's like the whole bet on you mantra of my channel. Like, you're using these apps, you're betting on yourself. And that's why I really love the apps. I think they're a net positive more than a negative for most of us. As long as we're like thinking about it like that, if that makes sense, so.
It does. One of the things I wanted to bring, kind of you said, that's like getting into the apps. One of the ways that I think of it, and it's like a really good way for somebody to kind of switch their mindset and kind of have an entry level to working for themselves or trying to figure out how to do things for themselves. And more than anything, like that opportunity, like I said, is allowed. If somebody has the right mentality going into it and they kind of know how to work it, that's what I like to say, like a starter. Somebody's kind of starter job as an entrepreneur or something like that.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I don't know if it makes sense.
I get that, because we have to put money aside for our taxes. We have to pay ourselves and divide that money up. You got to put away for savings. You got to look at your fuel costs. You have to take care, make sure you're insured right. So there are a lot of things. I think most people just turn the app on and just make their money and they're good. But if you really want to make it profitable and make it last, whether it's full-time or part-time, you have to really look into your numbers. And I think there's money to be made for that. I've done it. I haven't always made the right decision. Not every day is great, but at the end of the week, it usually adds up and I'm profitable and I can make some money and feel good. So I think you bring up a great point. So for people that are trying to be their own boss, grow a business, whether it's selling something online on eBay or opening up your own store somewhere, doing something, it's a great kind of beginner way of walking, you're stepping into that field, and it allows you to kind of think like that a little bit without having to take all the risk from the beginning, which is great. So,
right.
Dave, I appreciate you so much for coming in. Congratulations to you and the wife, man. Please tell her congrats as well. And that's awesome.
I appreciate it.
And, when you get home, give Penelope a big hug and kiss, man. And being a new dad's fantastic. I'm still there, and it's great, man. Great pleasure talking to you tonight, man.
Appreciate it. Likewise.
All right,
Have a
man.
good one.
See you, brother.
Take care.
All right. Great way to start the show. Dashing Whiskey. Hold on. We'll get you in next. Let's check the chat, see who we got. What up, Mr. Flex? What up? We got Mark in the house. I know we got Steve in here. What up, Sam? How are you, my friend? We got Zach. I saw Driven Dad Tony, Trucking with KG. Gig Cleveland, how are you, my friend? Savings, what's that? Gig says, savings, what's that? I know Gig Cleveland knows about savings. What up, Jonathan, 2020? All right, some great people in here tonight. Appreciate you guys for this late edition of the live show tonight. We started an hour later because of the NBA Finals. So tonight's topics, I'm going to open the lines up. Well, the StreamYard is open, and I'm going to put the number in as well. Anybody can join in. I want to hear what your guys' perspective on legislation. It's coming in Seattle where the workers are guaranteed their minimum payment of 17. I can't remember if it's 25 or 17.50, whatever the minimum wage is in Seattle. legislation has been passed by local lawmakers where the apps, DoorDash, Uber Eats, have to pay the driver that. So for an example, if you're on a Chipotle run, you do 2 of them in an hour, they each paid you $6. You only made $12 that hour and you were active. You're not sitting in your car, right? The apps will pay you that extra $5 and change to bump you up to that minimum. What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on those kind of laws? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they good for the consumers? Bad for the consumers? Good for drivers? Bad for drivers? Good for companies? Bad for companies? There's a lot of layers to that. Now, I have my opinion on it, but it's an opinion. Okay. I don't have all the information. I'm not a lawmaker myself. I'm not in a state or city where this is an active thing. So I really want to hear from some people and see what you guys think about it. Okay. That's one topic. And second topic, if the apps in your market just tanked, they became oversaturated, you got deactivated, God forbid, right? If something happened and you just could not make money with these apps anymore, are you ready? Are you ready to not be able to make any money for a few weeks? Have you thought about that? Do you have any money on the side? Do you plan for that? I highly recommend saving and putting away something every single week, even if it's $10. Doing something, being ready, actively making decisions, tightening your belt, right? People can talk about summer slowdown, inflation of gas, inflation of groceries, which is the biggest thing for me. I'm actually getting hit more with the grocery bills than I am with my gas fuel surcharge, right? So talk about that. And how have you been adapting with everything that's going on? Are you worried? Are you not worried? Any of those kind of topics we can talk about tonight. That's the number right there. I'll also put in the chat. I'll put the link up. Oh, hold on. Maybe I will. Oh, did it not go in? Hold on. And we're going to get Dash Novinsky in right next. Why didn't it go in? Hold on. Let me try it again. Oh, we got some text lines coming up. Okay, hold up. I don't know what that means. Okay. Somebody said the stream is. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Let me try it one more time. Oh, Lord. Copy a clipboard. There we go. Let's try it. Paste. There's a link right there. You can also text the number. Let's get Dash in here. Hello, Dash. How are you?
Hey, Pedro.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I just, enjoying the nighttime dash.
Yeah. So what do you think about the topics we got going on today? I'd love to hear your perspective on the what we're talking about here.
I think it's great, man. I think it's making a lot of people's job more respectable for those states, so they can go to an apartment, they can take out a car, and they can say, "Hey, I make $19 an hour minimum wage, but hey, I'm here. Respect me."
So for you, you're seeing that there's benefits to the to the legislation being passed to where drivers can say, I make this at least minimum, and that will then allow us as independent contractors to be able to get a car loan or maybe an apartment because now we can actually prove our income. Is that kind of where you're going with it?
It helps with the confidence feature too. You don't want you it could if you really take your gig app seriously, then you deserve to have like a minimum instead of taking a smaller amount just because you couldn't schedule or just because you're not getting enough orders.
Yeah. I think, that's not something I've heard other people talk about it in the regard that you're speaking of it. And I don't disagree with that. It's not something I thought of, right? Because in my perspective, I always look at it like, well, man, I don't want to, it's like we're inching closer to being an employee. I don't want to be an employee, which that's not what's happening, but it feels like it's getting there, right? Because anytime I see you guaranteed this amount of money, I feel like, it's then what? Are they going to tell me I have to have a certain acceptance rate? Are they going to, are they going to put other parameters behind that guaranteed pay? And for me, my minimum wage in St. Louis I think it's like $8 or $8.50. It's so low, right? But it's not $17.50, in Seattle, but I understand that's a whole nother ballgame out there.
That's
But
what I
like,
was gonna tell you too. Like I have ever since you said that $17 an hour, it's been
mhm,
stuck in my mind. It makes me forget our markets are so terribly low. So we'll
yeah,
probably beat that anyways.
yeah. I mean, for me, let's just say if the gig apps, even if it was $20 an hour, if I was guaranteed that, but I had to like, I make more than $20 an hour with the gig app, so I feel like it wouldn't affect me as much. But I do realize there's a large percentage of drivers that don't make that because they
Yeah.
either take bad orders or they're just not good yet, or they're driving around too much, or they don't know what restaurants to stay away from. So then some hours are making $12, and that's if you're making $12 an hour using your own vehicle, you're actually losing money in some regard, right? So for those people, I think it could be really good. Plus, the great point that you mentioned, we can actually maybe have some tangible proof of income where we can say, I make this amount, and it allows you to, it might open up some doors for you if you're trying to get a house or an apartment or like a car or something like that. So I think that's a good point.
Definitely.
Remind me, what market are you in again?
I'm in Texas.
Texas. Okay. Okay. What's your minimum wage down there?
Wait, give me a second. The audio's cutting out. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Hold on. Ye- how about now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Well, I'd hate to take everybody's time. The audio's not working for me. Hey, it was
It,
always great to talk to you, Pedro.
it's all
Much
good,
love,
man.
man.
Have a good night, brother. All right, we have some problems there. So minimum wage here in El Paso, Texas is $7.25. I think mine's $8. I don't even know. It's been maybe I should know that. I don't work at a place anymore. I think it's $8.25. I don't know. Maybe somebody can do a good Google search. Sam, what's up? All right, I want to talk about the gig conference real quick. That same type of law starts here in New York City, January. I believe minimum is 15 here. I believe that's right. I believe it will cause a reduction of drivers. Yeah, it could. Sam, I don't know. So great segue. Samuel, my friend here, is the man in charge of the Gig 2022.gigworkerconference.com website, where we're doing a gig conference July 30th in St. Louis, Missouri. So just 7 weeks from now, something like that. I think it's like 55 days. I don't know. I can't remember. And he's made the website where you guys can RSVP. All the information is there, who the speakers are going to be, who's in attendance. It's a free event for you guys. Free food, giveaways, swag bags, live entertainment, games, all that stuff. Sam reached out to me and was kind enough to actually make this website, and it has been absolutely amazing. Go check it out. RSVP. Sam, you can put a link in if you can. I have it in a lot of my videos and links, and I have it in community posts, and I'll be talking about it basically every day up until that point. We will also be live streaming this event. So I know most of you guys would like to come, right? But not everybody can come. You live too far, plane tickets are expensive, maybe you don't want to drive, maybe you got other plans. We're going to be live streaming it. So it will be live on YouTube, the whole event. So you can catch it there, and it'll be in YouTube forever. I'm super excited. Me and Sam are super excited, and everybody else that signed up for this. So make sure you guys go check out that site. Even if you don't want to come, check it out. There's a lot of good information on there. And if you do RSVP, then you also get a link to a live updated site where things happen on a weekly basis that are updates for the conference. You guys can have information there. You can see it as well. Okay. Let's see here. What we got? Let me see if I have anybody texting in that wants to jump in on the show. What is this? I just got a text message. Simulate. No. I've seen that. Whoever just sent me that text, I've seen that. It's fake chicken nuggets, I think, or something. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. So I'm going to put the number up again if anybody wants to join in on the show. The StreamYard is open, guys. Okay. We're talking about various topics. And before we get, or if we get anybody else in, I'll stay in the live chat with you guys. If you guys have questions about this topic, if you have an opinion about legislation being passed, is it good, is it bad? An opinion about inflation, rising fuel costs, how are you guys adapting? Go ahead and put them in the comments now. I'll go ahead and be in a live chat and read some of these with you guys, okay? Sam, thanks for putting the chat, the link in there. How do I text in to join? Great question. All you have to do, I'll put in this number. You can text that number right there, and I'll send you a link, and you can come on a StreamYard. Okay, fake nuggets? Who? Yeah, somebody sent me a picture of some. Yeah, it's funny. It'd be too hard to explain. Let's see what this one is here. I knew a guy that loaded luggage for airlines and he had to go to rehab to save his job because he tested positive for a week. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. Let me put that number back up for that person there. Let's get back into the comments. I hope you guys are having a good week. My week was fantastic. Fake nuggets at KFC. Yeah, they used to. So Pedro and Flo. What up, Scott? Rising fuel costs equals. Hold up. What up, Angel? Rising fuel costs equals more money and peak pay. That's how I look at it. I know it sucks. I feel more bad for the rising fuel costs for other sectors of business and or people that have to commute. Like my dad drives 45 minutes to work. He's got a truck. And, we were talking about the other day, it came by yesterday, and it's crazy. It costs him, I think, $7 to drive to work every day. And he's not in the gig economy. We spend more on that. But like, it used to cost him maybe $4. Now it's like $7 or $8. I don't know. But it's just, you times that by, it's a lot of money. And that's just to go to work, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, hold on. I saw one in here. Yeah, they will take care of your problem. Hold on. Somebody said here it is right here. I've had one of the best weeks in a while, 1350. What up, Joseph? Great week, man. Great week, bro. I made half of that this week. That's a great week. When I was grinding and working 6-7 days a week, that's what I was making, but I'm not out there grinding like some of y'all. That's for sure. I still work the apps, but I'm not out there. Like this time last year, I was working Monday through Saturday, grinding, working 8 to 10 hours a day, making good money. And I was hitting it hard, but I was also like learning my market, and, I didn't have any other income coming in. So like I had to be out there doing it, you know what I'm saying? And I liked it. I mean, if I needed to do that tomorrow, I could. So, all right. Right now, my goal is every time I multi app, I put 3 gallons of gas for the shift, 3 gallons of gas. Okay. So for me, that'd be like 66 miles is what I get 3 gallons. It really makes me choose well and more profitable. I like that. Right now, my goal is every time I multi-app, I put 3 gallons of gas for the shift. Okay. So you're saying you're going to drive on those 3 gallons. So if I had to do that, I'd be getting about 66 miles I could get for 3 gallons. And on $66, I should make about 130, 140 bucks in my market on those 66 miles. Most days. That's just an average. Okay. Let's see if we have that text message from the caller. Okay, here we go. So I think we're going to get somebody else in on the show. Let me go ahead and paste. I just sent you that link. Hop in. I saw it at the store. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. Okay. So we just sent out somebody. So let's see if they're going to come in. We'll stay in the chat with you guys. Let's see. W2 to ride the storm out and go from there. Hey, Mark, I hear you, man. If I had to go to W2, I wouldn't want to. But if I had to, I'm not against it. We all have to do what we have to do to make the ends meet, right? And the good thing is what I like about where we're at right now, actually in the economy. And the reason I'm not panicking is if the gig economy goes bad, everybody's hiring. So while we might need to take a job we don't love or like, you can get it. You could do it short term. If you do it for 6 months, a year, until you figure out what else your next move is, everybody's hiring, guys. Everybody. Trade companies are hiring if you have a trade, a skill. Landscaping companies are hiring. I can name every fast food, every restaurant, every bar is just about hiring. It's all the opportunities that we have in front of us right now might not be all the jobs that are glamorous and that we love, but the opportunities are there. So W2 to ride the storm is a fantastic way of looking at it. I'm stashing away for a rainy day. I've been talking about that. Are you guys ready? Let me put this banner up before we get this KG in here. Are you ready? Are you ready? Joseph Long made $1,350 this week. It's a fantastic week. For people like us, it's a lot of money, right? That's a good week, guys. But how much of that are you putting to savings for your taxes, for your automobile depreciation, or if something happens? If you blow a tire, you got money in the bank. Not all of us can do it, but we all have to be willing to do what we can and save what we can when we can. It's super important, especially right now. We have to be ready. Are you ready? I can say last year I wasn't as ready as I am now, but I've learned a lot. I've learned what I didn't know last year. Now I know a little bit. I've sought advice of other people. I've seen what worked for me, what hasn't worked for me. And right now I feel very ready. That's why I'm pretty chill. I'm not worried about the recession. I'm not, it sucks, but we got to get through it and we have to prepare for it. And one of my things is if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Let me repeat that. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. If something crazy happens tomorrow, if I go to turn my Instacart, my Uber and my DoorDash on tomorrow, and I've been deactivated from all the apps, I'm ready for that. Are you ready for that? That's one of the questions tonight. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring KG in the live stream and we'll get back to the chat. KG, can you hear us?
Yes, Pedro, I can hear you.
How are you tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. What do you have on your mind this evening?
Well, I love what you just said. Stay ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
I mean, I'm not lying, right?
And no, not at all. And that's my take on it. I do gig apps by choice. And if I had to stop tomorrow to do it, not by choice, I would still be good. I think with now in 2022, we definitely have to learn as gig workers how to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that might mean, like myself, I'm a full-time semi-truck driver. So during that day, I drive semi-trucks. I hop on the gig apps. I'm mostly leaning more towards Uber. I've been a DoorDash driver for probably about 4 years now, but Uber right now is king, in my opinion. But everyone cannot drive Uber. So
Sure,
then
exactly.
If you can't drive Uber, I get it. Switch over to Uber Eats. The only way that I would prefer Uber Eats over DoorDash is because of the Quest.
Yeah.
But we just have to learn how to outwork everybody and work smarter. So in my opinion, if you're used to just working during the daytime, if you had that availability where you could work a night shift, maybe you should give it a try. Maybe you should try a different market within your area if you can do so. I've learned myself that I'm just used to staying in a certain area, but I switched it up and went, about 20 minutes north of where I stay or where I'm used to. And that changed the game by about $60 just by trying out a different time in a different area. So that's what I'm saying. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. I didn't want to go 20 minutes out the way. I didn't want to do that. That's not what I'm used to doing. But if you want to keep up with these apps, you definitely have to multi-app and you definitely have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. So if you have times where you don't want to be out, maybe, and you have that availability, maybe you need to switch it up. Maybe you need to work a night shift instead of daytime. Maybe you need to split it up. If your goal is to make 150 a day or 200 a day, maybe you need to try to make half throughout the daytime and the other half throughout the evening. I think you were doing that the other day. I saw in one of your lives, you were kind of trying to make some change like that, but it helps and it works.
It
does.
I
think there's no one cookie cutter way to do it. And I think if everyone just stops, getting used to this fear mongering that the government is, we're not, we can spend 10 hours on that. But,
we can spend all day on that.
But I think everyone will be okay if we just get used to being uncomfortable. Yes, a lot of people say, well, my market is oversaturated. That might be so. But listen, if DoorDash is all you have, we do know that you can DoorDash elsewhere. So you might have to leave. I watched another guy. I don't know his name. I forgot on Instagram. On YouTube. I think it's making money in his sleep or something like that. But he's a new YouTuber and he does DoorDash and he drives almost 45 to an hour away from his home, but he hits his goal daily by doing so.
Yeah. I really, KG, I really love what you're saying about we have to be okay being uncomfortable, right? Because especially with these apps, there's thousands and thousands of different markets. So everybody's experience will be different, right? Everybody's goals is different. But we have to understand that with new drivers coming into these apps every day, with new merchants leaving the apps or coming in, new customers ordering or not ordering, it's so fluid. There's so many changes, right? Week to week, month to month, right? And I think back to when I was doing these apps like full time, really grinding and learning my market, what areas were good, what areas were bad, chasing peak pay, trying this zone, trying this, what time do I start? What time do I end? we all have to be willing to do that to
Yep.
find that sweet spot for us.
Yep.
And for me, I started doing a lot more Instacart, and I got uncomfortable and I didn't like it, but I had to do it. And now I'm to the point where, I think some of what you're speaking of also is you have to learn, like, you got to be willing to take a couple hits. So maybe you go to a new zone, but you don't make great money that day, but you got to learn it. And after you learn it, or after you try a new app, then the next week could be beneficial for you. So your long-term gain is better than the short-term loss. So for me, I started doing Instacart and be like, okay, I got to learn these stores. I got to be patient. I might take a hit this week. But at the end of the day, now I'm making what I was making before, but I'm driving less miles on my car, and I'm coming home about 30 minutes earlier every day. So if I'm shaving off about 2 or 2.5 hours a week of my time, I'm working less, driving less, and making the same. So for me, that's a win all around. But you have to be okay being uncomfortable, And I think that's a great point that you bring up, because I think a lot of us, myself included, sometimes we expect it to be easy. We want everything to be $10. We want everything to be 1 mile. And that's just not reality. We have to figure out, we got to go where the money's at and be willing to make some mistakes and learn.
Yes, exactly. And everybody would be just fine, in my opinion, if they do so. And everyone needs to make sure that they sign up on as many apps as possible. I don't care if you plan on using it. I signed up for Spark and Instacart, and I'm on the waiting list, and I had that in the back of my head. So until then, I'll stick with Uber, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. But when those markets become available for me, then I'm going to test those out and see what those are about. And I watch you all the time, so I kind of know what to expect a little bit, but not totally until you get into it. So everyone needs to sign up on as many apps as they can, and just work them out. I mean, you can probably do $20 or $30 per app to meet your goal,
Sure.
daily.
Yeah.
So it's no one way to do it, but everyone just needs to try and stop worrying about the gas prices. It is what it is. I don't care if it's 10, 15. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. Right now, when I saw it was I think it was like $4.96. It's going to be that. I mean, it is what it is. We can't change it. Stop crying. Get over it. We have to pay it. Maybe that might reduce certain trips if you're an Uber driver or Dash.
Oh, I think we might have lost you. You still there?
You can still sustain. You can still win. You can still hit your goals. Just switch things up. That's all I have to say.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I've been saying it even a couple months ago when the gas went up. I wasn't worried. If we're gonna consider ourselves independent contractors, small business owners, whatever we all want to call ourselves, right? Call yourself whatever we want, right? We have to be willing to adapt to the business changes, and a business change and a cost change is if gas goes up, right? Or if we have a car maintenance issue, we have to be ready. We have to stay ready. Right? We have to be able to do that in order to be profitable in a gig economy. And the ones that aren't are going to fall off. And the ones that I believe, the ones that think like that, KG, are the ones that are going to be able to do this and meet their goals. And I think you're preaching some knowledge here, and I appreciate it. Oh, I think we might have lost KG. KG, you there? All right, I think we might have lost her. KG, thanks for coming in. If you're still watching, appreciate what you're saying. I lean towards that. Like, I think we have to realize we got to stay ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right? Are you ready? That's kind of what we're talking about here a little bit. So let me get into the chat for a second. Let me go ahead and send out a few more StreamYard links. I got some people texting the line up. All right. And then I'm going to get in the chat. Let me send these real quick, guys. Let's do that. Paste it in. Boom, boom. Let's see who this. I don't know who this person is, but they're getting a link. I think I know who that person is. Paste it up. There you go. Couple more links sent out. Let's check this chat out right quick, guys. Okay, so what up, Daisha? What up, Cricket? What up, Jamin? I think I saw John McKillian. So John McKillian, are we ordering food tonight? Yay. Ooh, I don't know, man. The last 2 weeks I haven't, and it's so late. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. We'll see. John McKillian's going to be at the gig conference. He said he was coming. He's going to be our motivational speaker for that night. He's going to talk about his books. Super, super looking forward to meeting John. I know we have content creators like Hannibal is hungry. Nugs is going to be there. Kayla, Steve from Rideshare Rodeo, Gary from Middleton Technologies, Slavic D signed up, Gig Lebowski, Dashing Grandpa, Picky Pink Tina, Yost Malone. I'm missing a few others possibly, but we've got some great content creators going to be coming. Bud Soda's coming, as well as all the other just viewers and people out there. So this is going to be a great event. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a 2022 inaugural gig conference being held by your own Mr. Hold on, let me put this in here now that we're fancy. Bam! Mr.BetonYou is bringing this to you guys. It's a free event. It's a way for us to connect. It's a way for us to have some fun. It's a way for you guys to eat some free food and just connect on a different level. And we'll live stream the whole thing. I'm so looking forward to this. I wish it was tomorrow, but I got to wait another 7 weeks or so. So, okay, let's go ahead and put in. We got a couple people waiting. I know we got Matt here. And we got the Driven Dad. So, gentlemen, I'm going to bring both of you guys in at the same time in just a moment. So prepare yourself. We're just about 30 seconds away. See, let's read the chat here. Santiago. So Teddy says, Santiago, you think these gig apps, these robots going to take over? No communication skills / common sense. What if you have to go into free? So, Teddy, I think they will on a very small level. They're already doing some things. There are some drones. There are some robots on college campuses delivering small orders, drones from Walmart. Walmart's trying drones out, very small packages. So I think on a small level, right now it's already happening, and that will continue to grow. But I don't think it's going to be to where it takes away a lot of our jobs, guys. I just don't, because I think there's a lot of other barriers. I think we can't have everything delivered by drones. It's too much going on in the sky at one time. There's safety issues. We can't have all these robots. Robots can't go all these flights of stairs to deliver everything that the customer needs. But I do think it will have a small impact on some of our money, depending on the market you're in. But I'm not really worried about it. I'm more intrigued. So, yeah, drones can be hacked. They can. What up, Frank? What up, Krista? What up, John? What up, Reckless? What up? What up? Welcome, everybody, to this late night edition of the live show. We're talking about staying ready. We're talking about inflation, gas prices. We're talking about what are you doing in these times? How are you adapting? We're talking about all that stuff. So let's go ahead and bring in the Driven Dad. I'm sure he's probably doing a Lyft or Uber right now. And we'll bring in Matt as well and kick off more of this conversation. Mr. Flex in the house, what up? I think I saw you in here earlier. So let's bring in Tony and Matt. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Awesome. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good.
I'm doing well. So Tony, the Driven Dad, are you out right now?
I am. If you want to start with Matt, I will get into a spot where I could park.
Sounds good. We'll start with Matt. Matt, what's up, man?
Not much. How's it going?
Going good, going good. Did you work the apps this week or this weekend?
Yeah. I actually recently got on Uber Eats to try to fill in the gaps with DoorDash.
How was that?
Comes in handy. I mean, it's not as big as DoorDash. DoorDash is like key, like around here, but
yeah,
it's nice to have one in the queue, like you say. Always have one in the queue.
It's a game changer, man. Downtime. If you can limit your downtime and fill in the gaps, it really makes a difference over the course of a week. You know, an extra $10 or $15 a day here or there by doing that, extra few orders at the end of the week, it could be an extra $100 for you. I think for a lot of us, that's your gas money. It's whatever. It's some kind of bill. You know, the extra 100 can come in handy. So what do you think about the topics tonight? Are you worried? What do you think about this minimum wage pay up in Seattle? What are you thinking about inflation and gas? And are you ready? Are you prepared? What do you got going on these topics?
Like you guys were talking about earlier, you got to save money. You got to be prepared. Like the experts say, you should have like 6 months worth of money to pay your bills in case if you lose your job or something like that. So you got to have money, and a spare car comes in handy too, because one of my cars, the fuel line's leaking. So I dropped that off at my buddy's house, walked home, but got the backup car. So
well, what would you say? Because I think most people, I saw something somewhere, I can't remember where, but most Americans don't have an extra $800 or $1,000, right? So if something happens, like a car repair, a car repair can easily be $1,000, right? With the labor and the parts, like it's so easy. I just spent, I think, $1,300, and I had, what did I get repaired? A
catalytic converter.
A converter, yes, thank you.
A catalytic converter.
And you know, those are expensive, and then the labor. So most Americans don't have money in the bank to do that. So what would you say to those people, right, that don't have, they're living actually day to day? And I know we have some people watching now. Like, what are some things you think those people could do? I don't know. What do you say?
Look at those, like the savings challenges, like whether you're saving $1, $2 a day, $10 a day. Yeah, it's like the savings challenges. Try to limit eating out, like you guys were talking about. Pack a lunch.
Yeah,
pack a lunch, because being on the road, we're bound to eat trash somewhere.
Oh,
and it's going to cost
yeah.
10, 15, 20. I went to Five Guys today. It costs $15 for a burger and a regular fry.
Crazy.
Yep.
It's
you
so
throw
good.
a soda in there,
Five
it's like
Guys
18.
is good though.
It is. Yeah. It is.
It's super expensive. So Tony,
Yeah.
what do you think about what we're talking about tonight, man? What shed some light on these topics for us, please?
Yeah, well, if anybody's been following along with my journey over the last couple of months, I've been preparing 2 of my cars since I've been in this Tesla rental to get them back up on Turo. I've got 1 car where I just need to get some tires and a safety inspection and get it back up. That should be done by the end of June.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have a car ready to go for most of summer, going into the ski season as well. So, and then this month I'll be able to find out what's going on with the diesel, because it's got a recall they've ordered parts for. You know how parts are, especially for diesel right now.
Oh yeah, crazy.
Could be a question mark. They said middle of June they could be here, but they could maybe not be here.
Yeah. So can you explain real quick? You mentioned Turo. I know what that is. But some of the people out there might not know. Can you give us a quick, like, little rundown on why that could be good for some people? Just explain what Turo is for the ones that don't know.
Yeah. So Turo is kind of like, I explain it to people, it's kind of like Airbnb, but for your car. And if you have a car that you're not using, you might as well monetize it as long as it meets the qualifications. There's like a year requirement and a mileage requirement, and then safety inspection requirements. So if you want to go, there's no referral program anymore for it, but if you want to go on Turo.com and just research what they got, see if it's something you want to do, it's something to look into.
Yeah.
And then basically you set your price for your car. I'm going to probably be around $90 a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't want to be too, like, getting all the entry level people that want the cheap car and then they trash your car.
Yeah.
$90 a day is probably about like the business level, people coming in for business, or people coming in to ski, they'll pay that too, just because they want a good, reliable car like a BMW to make it up and down the mountains with all-wheel drive.
Nice. So that's I've looked into that. I haven't dug deeper than just looking at the website, because I thought about doing that with my car. Because I think, hey, I look at it like, if I don't work the weekends, right? I don't, and my girlfriend has a car, so if we need to run somewhere, we get in her car. But if I don't run the weekends, in my market, there's a shortage of rentals, right? And a lot of places there's a huge shortage, right? But I know in mine, I've been told by many people there is. So it's like, yeah, if my car's just sitting in a garage, could I rent it out and make another couple $100 a weekend? That's, you do that 4 times a week, a month, that could be $800 a month. And my car's just sitting there, right? So I definitely thought about it, but I haven't gone further than that. But I think it's a cool option for some people. So it's very
check out Hannibal's latest video. He talks a little bit about it.
Yeah. I saw that. He I think it came out today. He talked about it. So what do you think about Seattle? Okay, I don't know if you knew about this. They passed some legislation guaranteeing a minimum up pay. I think they called it up pay or something. So I heard you snicker, so I know you know a little bit. So what? Give me your input on it. What's the good? What's the bad?
The bad is the government is involved. The good is there's some sort of standard, right? Some sort of standard, but there's always a bigger takeaway from us as independent contractors when the government gets involved.
Yeah.
And less freedom of American freedom. The more that they take that away from us, the more we're relying on the government. Is just, we can't go out and bet on ourselves when there's no opportunity to do it.
I agree. Now, let me ask you this though. What could be good from this? Do you see how this could benefit anybody? What do you say to that?
I would think the only good that it possibly could have is maybe the companies get ahead of it and just maybe be a lot more competitive with how they pay us out, give us a bigger cut of the deal, since we're the backbones of the companies.
Sure.
Maybe that would be the only good, but I don't see it ever happening that way just because of how everything's structured.
Yeah.
Nothing
could
is profitable right now.
Yeah. I see your. I mean, it could possibly force their hand into rethinking how they do the pay scale or payouts or quests or bonuses, or like it could do that. It could, but it could also, all the costs, I think, in my opinion, are just going to shift to the consumer, and that's what big businesses do. That's just how
Or
it
they're going to
works.
pull from places like Texas, like Florida, all of the states right now, besides California and Washington, and a couple on the East Coast that have these laws. We're all pulling into our revenue that we generate for these companies goes to those states.
Right. Yeah. And Prop 22 in California, they have to, a larger part of their labor and cost is going to those states. So when you have a state like mine, Missouri, where, cost of living is very cheap to live here in the bigger city of St. Louis. So it probably hurts maybe drivers in my market because it has to benefit the ones in California or Seattle or Massachusetts or whatever else, so that kind of sucks, but I don't know.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just look at it this way. These gig apps have enough revenue in it for what I do that it's going to sustain me for the time being. And in the meantime, like I said, I'm doing Turo. I've rented this Tesla. I'm on the luxury categories, going to set up Uber Black. I've already started a stream of private clients based off of the Black clients that I've done on Lyft. And if I get the Uber Black, then that's like double the amount of passengers I have contact with. So I can just get an establishment of my own clients and fill in with the gig apps. And then, right now, like Walmart Spark is insane with its promos, so might as well take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And I think guys like us and a lot of the people that are watching, we're looking a few steps ahead. We're not just thinking like, okay, I got to do this today. We're thinking, okay, what's my next move? Right. And I think a lot of the people that this legislation in Seattle will help are the people that are just worried about today. Right. They're just worried about, I just need to make $17.50 an hour. Right. And they're not ready to think about, okay, what do I do? Can I do Turo? Can I set up this vehicle to do this Black like you're doing? Like Matt talks about having another vehicle and saving what you can. Like, I think not enough of us are on that level, unfortunately, right?
Well,
and a lot of people in the gig economy are just like, hey, I just need to make $50 today. And
I think that's the minority of the people, though, as far as wanting the legislation to step in. Because if the bulk of the independent contractors in these gig apps are part-time workers, do you think that they really want to lose that opportunity to go out and earn when they can and when they want to? No, because they're doing less than 20 hours a week if you're looking at the million gig workers, right?
Yeah.
Probably only 10% are full-time, and out of those 10, maybe 1% are high performers.
Right. Hey, Matt, so I just thought of something. I want to get your perspective on it. Do you think sometimes, this is going to be a little off topic, kind of, but do you think sometimes maybe some of this legislation and the laws are being passed or trying to get passed just because these politicians or people just want to make a name for themselves?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
They'll do and say anything to get their name higher and higher out there.
Right. So we got people that don't even probably do gig work. They've never done this kind of work before, but they're trying to, they say they have our best interest in mind, but is it really our best interest, or do they just trying to make another step for themselves on that political ladder? I kind of look at it like that sometimes too.
Well, if
they're using that as a stepping stone for their own.
If we all write letters to our politicians, whether they're D or R, against these kinds of legislation things, that might help our cause for staying independent.
Yeah.
The more that they hear that these laws and legislation are just not good for their potential elections,
Yeah.
the better. I mean, probably less than 10% of the voters actually write a letter to
Oh, I
their
would say probably
politicians.
less than, definitely less than 10%. I mean, I've never done it. I can say that right now. Never written a letter.
Yeah,
Maybe I
I've
should.
done it. I
Yeah.
have done it. But,
Yeah.
sometimes it feels like it's on deaf ears, but if we all just keep on sending those letters and it's coming from more and more people, maybe they won't respond to you, but they will think about what they're doing.
They have to at least think about it if there's enough people. So yeah. Gentlemen, you have anything else you'd like to talk about as far as these topics? Anything else you'd like to say about it?
I couldn't imagine like working in one of those states, like, because I'm in Massachusetts and that hasn't like hit here yet, the whole minimum wage thing, but I could only imagine like what havoc it would wreak and what the offers would actually show up as on your phone.
Right.
Because I'm sure they would
I also
play with
think
the numbers.
I think so in my market, I do know this on Uber, and I've seen it. Well, I've seen it on Uber and DoorDash because I've ordered as a consumer from both. And it says St. Louis regulatory fee, and it charges me an extra $1. And the reason that fee went in is because there was a law passed where the apps it was a cap on what they could charge the restaurant, or like the percentage or whatever, like the fee. So then they just pass that on to the consumer. So I look at it like, if they are forced to pay this amount in up pay, right, to the drivers that are taking these $2, $3, $4 orders and complaining that they're making $9 an hour, right, which is just absurd, but that's what's happening. Then it's going to charge the consumer more, and then we might see less offers, because at the end of the day, I think the consumer should be charged. But if you charge too much, then you're not going to get enough of those good customers that are tipping that want to use the service, because they're like, screw this, you want to charge me $20 to get one taco? Like, that's just crazy. So then we might not see enough good orders. And that's the only thing that I become worried about mostly, is like, how is it going to impact the consumer? Because we need them to use these apps. We need the consumers to go on to Lyft and Uber to use the rideshare so Tony can pick them up. We need people to use the app so Matt can make some money tomorrow when he goes out. And the less people that turn the app on to use it, the less opportunities I think that we have sometimes. And that's what worries me a little bit. There's a fine line between charging the customer a significant amount to where the driver can make money and the company, because we got to realize these companies, they got to make money too. Like, it's their business, right? But there's a fine line, because if they charge too much, it starts to crumble. Like the whole thing is nobody's gonna want to use the service anymore. So
yeah, minimum wage here is $14.25, and it's supposed to hit 15 by next January.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And and I got accepted for like the phase 2 wait for a phone call from California thing for the council.
Okay, well, congratulations. I got there last year too. I did not sign up this year. I was going to, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to, because like I just didn't. But if you get through, you come on the next Sunday live. If you get through the line round 3, and you let us know. So
I got
after that thing with Nova, I put in the thing. I put, many people don't believe that you exist. That's what I put in the thing. So we'll see how far it gets me.
Tony, what were you saying?
I just have a quick little story about this Dash Council thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I signed up for it under my new account, because if you don't know, this is my second DoorDash account. Because I got deactivated the first week they did that 80% thing.
Okay.
And so I had signed up for it on the old account too. And then they text me saying, hey, we've selected you. We just need to do an interview. And then I realized they were texting my number that was deactivated.
Wow.
So they didn't even know I was deactivated. And so I just didn't respond to them after that, because I didn't want them to look into my account.
Don't mess up your money, man. Don't mess up your money. I remember last year when I got that email saying round 2, I was really excited. I made a video. I was like, yeah, round 2, like maybe I could, make a difference. And to be honest, if I got a call right now from Tony or whoever, somebody, and they said, Pedro, we want you to be on it, I would accept. I just didn't do it this time. But last year I was like, yeah, they said they're going to call you, be looking for a phone call for an interview. I never got that call. So I didn't even, they said round 2, but I didn't even know what it meant. And at this point, I'm like so busy doing stuff. I'll just like, and I know that if somebody gets through that is a subscriber or viewer of the channel, they'll probably let me know, and then I'll just have an insight that way. But I just said, like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother with it. Just I'll leave it as it is. You know, if the DoorDash people are looking, they see I got a channel, they got questions, they know where to find me. So I'll just leave it like that. So
yeah, so I'll just say my piece, my wrap up will be similar to other people. Definitely get on other apps, but the more important thing is look into how you can set up your own business structures through apps like Dumpling, or even just like Slavic's done a few videos about how to do a Square account so you can have your own private clients on whether it's groceries or food delivery or private rideshare. And then also look at how to be legitimate so that you don't get tracked down by the government and shut down. So you don't want to do things the wrong way for too long.
No, you can't mess with the government and taxes, because that always comes around. They're always going to get their money, and they could screw your life up if you don't do it the right way. That's for sure. So, gentlemen,
that's all I got. Thanks for inviting me in.
Always, Matt. I appreciate you, man. You guys have a great night. Okay. You
too.
All right, brother. All right. Good conversation from a couple good gentlemen. Appreciate all y'all. Let me get in the chat for a little while, see what we got going on in there. What up, Earl? What up, Krista? What up, Trucking with KG? Oh, Trucking with KG. I believe she said she was semi. So that's who was on talk we were talking to earlier, guys. So shout out. Great guest. Absolutely, D. How are you, D? Bud Soda's in the house. So let me give Bud Soda some shine. Tony, that's funny. Oh, Bud Soda's my guy. What up, Diana? Diana, how you feeling? I feel sorry for my daughters who feel they were never in the American dream. Yeah, I know. I hear you. I think the American dream has changed, guys. You know, I don't know when that started. I would imagine it's probably in the 50s and 60s, the American dream, the white picket fence, the 2.5 kids and the dog, and people got jobs and you had a good job with a pension, and the world has changed. You know, the cost of living has gone up, but these companies aren't paying the same as they were before. You know, a lot of plants and factories and things are shut down. Things are being made not in America. They're being made overseas. Like, everything's changed. The American dream is just very different. And I think at this point, we have to make our own. We have to bet on ourselves. I've been saying it. You know, that's what I've done. I live in a free marketplace, right? I have a lot of opportunity around me, and I can make. There's no cap on the money I can make. There's only a cap on the drive that I put into it, the ideas that I actually try to see through in my actions. For me, that's the American dream, is living through my actions versus just having ideas. It's the best I can say about it, but I hear what you're saying all the way. Or retirement. Why aren't you watching the, what's that say? Hold up. Okay, I can't read. Man, the chat's going fast. Hold up, guys. Hold up. But so it says you can't work at a company 20, 30 years, but with years with a pension retirement with the goal, watch, agree, pay. Yeah, it's different. It's different. And so Social Security is different. It's just a whole nother world that we're living in, and it's shifting. And it's been shifting, right? What's up, Pedro? Love your fresh perspective on the gig apps. I appreciate your insight. It's helped me a lot. Cheers. What up, Kevin? Appreciate you being here, my friend. Appreciate it. I do what I can when I can. What up, Christopher? Saw a place in AZ premium regular now is $6.01. So in Arizona, Christopher Taylor is saying it's over $6. Crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Look. Took the words out of my mouth, Damien. It's nuts. In my market, I would probably start to cringe a little when I see $5. Then I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, $5. All right, hold up. Let's adapt now. Let's shift a little bit. But at the end of the day, I made a video the other day. We can complain about gas prices, and there's nothing wrong with it. But we have to also say, okay, what am I going to do about it? Do I have the Get Upside app? Is that even good anymore? Do I have Gas Buddy? Do I have access, or do I have a credit card that gives me cash back at the pump and cash back on other things? The Get Upside app actually now doesn't give you as much on gas, but for me, I have grocery stores and restaurants. I shop at Snooks, it's a local grocery store. I can get like 15-cent cash back on my groceries. That's not bad. 15 cents for every dollar I spend. It's not bad. Last time I got groceries, I think I got $18 back. $18. So you take that $18 You can use that towards your gas, right? I mean, you have to think out. We have to be willing to think outside the box. We have to. We have to figure out. We have to say, okay, $6 a gallon is crazy, and it's putting a squeeze on a lot of people, and it's infuriating. But what do we do about it? I don't know. I don't have the answers. I'm not an economist. I'm not a financial guru, but I can tell you the things I've done to help me. Right? I eat out a little bit less. If you're a coffee drinker, you got to stop going to Starbucks. We have to tighten the belt buckle. We can't continue to live the same life we lived last year if gas is going up and inflation's going up. We have to balance it out. If that means you get 2 less coffees a week, if that means you go to Taco Bell twice less a week, to balance it out and ride this storm, ride the wave, right? You're on a roller coaster. It's going to go up and down, right? Gas prices have shown us that. At some point, yeah, they're going to be $10 in our lifetime. At some point, gas is probably going to reach $10, right? But by then, maybe you have an electrical vehicle. By then, maybe you're commuting to work in a different way. Maybe you're working from home. You're not driving as much. We got to take personal responsibility for that. At least that's how I look at it, because I'm not trying to stress about gas. I got other things I want to put my time and energy towards. So I actively spend about an hour a week figuring out, looking at my money. You know, I would challenge you guys. Do you have a budget? Do you work a budget? Do you have a budget? I bet a lot of you guys do not have a budget. I bet right now, think about this right now. You made $1,000 this week on the apps. I'm just throwing that number out there. Let's just say you made $1,000. Do you right now know how much of that 1,000 was profit? I bet 99% of you guys don't know that. If you're watching on a replay or in the chat right now, you can put a thumbs up in the chat if you do, or put a thumbs down. Be honest if you don't know. At the end of the week, if you've been done driving for a couple days, if you're a Monday through Friday guy like me, by Sunday you should know out of that 1,000 how much you profited. Was it 500, 400, 600? Was it 700? Was it 200? And I mean, after you paid your bills, your gas costs, you put a little money on the side for car depreciation, you put away for your savings, because we should be putting something away for savings, and you put away your tax percentage of what you're going to pay in taxes. You should have already thought about how much am I getting back in tax credit for my gas mileage. You should be tracking that. We have to be able to take care of that stuff on our own. Okay. And I think a lot of people that do these apps don't have that. So I got a couple thumbs up. That's what's up. Okay. I like it. I like to see the thumbs up. What up, Kanita? Ain't hell. What up, Taqueen? What's up, man? How you been, man? Happy to see you here. We got a question here. What apps do you guys suggest I use for these things? Well, there's a lot of really good ones. There's Solo, there's Gridwise, there's Stride to track your mileage. QuickBooks is a really good thing to use to track your earnings and your tax stuff. Those are just a few. The good thing about YouTube is if you go into YouTube and you type in that information, 1 million videos will pop up. Watch a few and you'll get all the information you need. I mean, that's a great thing about YouTube. You can learn anything, and there's videos about everything. But those are just a few. QuickBooks is, I highly recommend QuickBooks. What up, Marty? Marty been rocking with me since day one. Let's give Marty some love in the chat, y'all. Food. Okay, hold up. So I got some 780 would be profit. Hold up. 780 will be profit between gas and gas. Gas and gas, okay? Out of that 1,000, he's saying if Taquim made 1,000, 780 is his profit, which is that's a good percentage. It's a really good percentage. Christopher says upside is not even helping right now. Only one. A lot of the upside is 1 cent, but Christopher, a lot of them for me is actually, listen, I'm going to open it up right now. Let me show you guys what I talk about. So we have the Upside app. That's the app right there. Let's just look in real time what it is in my market. Okay. Pedro, I'm debating about joining the gig economy full-time. I need to earn a minimum $2,500 a month. Do you think joining the gig economy full-time is a good decision nowadays? D'Angelo, it depends on your market. If you need to earn $2,500 a month, okay, so you're basically talking $600 a week, six and some change a week. So you're talking if you work 5 days a week, 100 and something, you could make $100. You can make $100. If you work 6 days a week, you can make $100. I do believe that. But not all that's going to be profits. And there's a lot of things like we're talking about now you have to put to the side. It will depend upon your market. You're going to need multiple apps. You're going to have to learn your markets. There's going to be a few weeks where it's going to be lean for you possibly, right? But if I think it's still viable if you have a short-term goal in this. I wouldn't recommend anybody quitting a good W-2 and getting into gig economy. I wouldn't recommend that because for most of us, it's not going to be sustainable. That's my honest answer. Let's see what we got here. So as you guys see, I've earned $223.52 in about a year. Schnucks gives me 10 cents cash back. BP, gasoline, 3 cents. So very, very, very low. I get 7 cents cash back at the Mexican restaurant. I get 10 cents there. Quick Trip, one penny. Smoking Bones, 7%. 10% cash back at Schnucks. BP, another 3 cents. So it's definitely gone down. They used to give Circle K 1 cent. So Christopher's speaking facts. They used to be like, I used to see 10, 11, 20 cents. It's different now. But what they've done is for your groceries, there's benefits there, right? Plus, at the end of the day, if I'm at a gas station, I'm pulling up, and if they want to give me a penny, I'm going to take the penny. If they want to give me 3 cents, I'm going to take it. Those do add up. As you can see, I have $223 in here. So for me, finding whatever apps you have that give you rebates, promotions, whatever you want to call them, cash back. This is real, guys. I'm not just blowing smoke. $223. Okay. So I could go in right now and cash that out to my bank account. I could cash it out and get a gift card. I could get a Walmart gift card, Applebee's, Starbucks. I could cash it out to my PayPal. That's money. That's cash. That's actual 200. So I look at my business like, what can I make off $223? Okay. If I put that in my gas tank, that's going to give me, let's see, 50. It's going to give me 4 full tanks, roughly 4 full tanks of gas. On 4 full tanks of gas, I can make this amount of money for free. My fuel costs for the next week and a half or so, or 2 weeks would be 0 because I had that app. You have to find the one that works for you. Figure out how to tighten that belt buckle, right? So, and that's just real. I'm just showing y'all that's the reality of it. But Christopher brings up a good point because it definitely has changed. Okay, Gig Lebowski. What up, Gig Lebowski? The house. What up, Gig Lebowski? Hold up. Where's Gig Lebowski at? Do I see him in here? There he is. There it is. There he is, Gig Lebowski. Michael, Gig Lebowski. Go check out his channel. I did see the video where you said you were unsure about the conference. I know you have a lot going on. I totally understand, my friend. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. But I get it. I respect you being honest with your viewers as well. Thank you. You guys you've been making some great videos over there, man. I like that challenge you did with Zach, and I think you did one with Nova Dasher. Those are fun videos, man. Love it. Good vibes over there, man. Go check out my man, Gig Lebowski, guys. See, I know 65. I think that's what you said in your video, and I almost chuckled. I was like, I love it. I like, I get it, man. Trust me. That's not lost on me. If you can make it, I'd feel honored. So, all right. So tonight we've been talking about, are you ready? Are you ready in the gig economy? Tomorrow, if your app, you could not work, if they deactivated you, which I'm not wishing that on anybody, if for some particular reason the app crashed all day long and you couldn't make $1, are you going to be okay? Have you been thinking about that? Are you planning for that day? Are you planning for the future? Are you planning for a summer slowdown? Are you, I really want to challenge you guys to think outside the box in that way, because a lot of us, myself included, we get caught up in the day to day. I'm going to make $100 a day, $200 a day. Tina, Picky Pink, if she's still here, say what's up. I think she said she made $200 and something, 260 or something, like a great money. She said it was her best day ever. It's fantastic. But how many days can we have like that? Probably not going to make that tomorrow, right? So what are we doing with that $260, right? What are we doing with that $260? So I always want you guys to think about stuff like that, because anybody, myself included, Gig Lebowski makes great videos. We can come out here and say we made this, we did that. It was a good day. It was a bad day. But we're only thinking about that day. What are we doing about next week, the month after? What are we doing about August? What are we thinking about the fall time? Is your market busier then or slower then? Some markets are busy for summer, slow for summer. So if you have a market where you're slow during the summer, did you really think about that this past winter so that you're ready for the summer slowdown? These are the things we need to be ready. Are you ready? We need to be thinking about this. Are you properly covered with insurance? Do you have the right provider? Do you need to check out Buckle? Do you need to call your insurance company and see what they can do for you, right? Are you putting money away for your car depreciation? Are you filing quarterly taxes? Or are you waiting at the end of the year and taking a little bit of a penalty hit? These are things that we don't talk about enough sometimes, but we got to have honest conversations, because at the end of the day, we can make great money, some of us, a lot of us, doing this kind of work. But what's coming later on, right? These apps will change and adapt, and we see it every single month or so. A new big thing happens within these companies, whether they're being bought, they're being sold, they're changing base pay, there are new law legislations are being passed that might affect you and consumers and things like that. New apps are on the rise, like Deliver That. Spark is like the hot app right now, right? But how long will that last? Not forever. They're going to throw you these promos. Promos won't last forever. They're all my OG DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats drivers out there, right? Remember when he first started, they throw you all these things and then they take them back a little. That's how businesses do it. Right? They lure you in, which is fine. But was Spark going to be like this next year? Probably not. They're not going to throw you all these bonuses and quests, right? Walmart might even change their delivery structure by next year. Some markets are going to be trying drones out. Walmart next year might have their own delivery fleet. Some of them do, more of them might. So we have to be thinking about the possibilities and prepare, right? We have to stay ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I really want to have you guys think about staying ready now, preparing, thinking beyond just that initial day, and making sure you're okay if something happens, right? So appreciate it. I had to go on a little rant there. Y'all know me. I like to hear myself talk, but when I have thoughts, I just like to share them, and hopefully you guys get some kind of value out of that, and you can think about it and personalize it for your own situation, because everybody's situation is the same, okay? Somebody said Pedro probably not ordering food now. Hold on, let me see. Let me catch that comment right there. Hold on. Boom. What time is it? Pedro probably is not ordering food tonight. Too bad. That is my favorite part. Should I order food? What time is it? It's 11:31. Should I place an order? Listen, how many likes we got in this stream right now? Let me see. How many likes we got? Somebody tell me in the chat. What do we got? Let me see. I wasn't going to do an order, but I haven't done one the last 2 weeks because of the timing and things like that. What do we got? What we got for likes? How many likes we got? It says we got 98 likes. Is that accurate? We need to get the likes up. 98 likes. We could do better than that. No, I wouldn't, Pedro. You said it. Walmart will have their own delivery fleet. They might. I'm saying, would you be surprised next year if in your market you're killing it with Spark right now, you weren't able to because I had a delivery fleet or something like that? I wouldn't be surprised by that, right? 100. Let's get the likes up. Let's hit the likes up. Let's get the likes up and I'll order something. How many? 107. Okay. How many likes do we need to get? How many likes does it take for Pedro to make a live delivery? Like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a lollipop? How many likes does it take for Pedro to do a live delivery? Let's see. Yeah, you guys crack me up. Are you even hungry? I could actually eat something, Mark. We had what time we eat dinner? It was like 7. So 4.5 hours, something like that. I can always use 150 likes. Can we get to 150 likes? Is that possible? I mean, I guess it's possible. Let's see here. Oh, you guys crack me up. Let's see. 120. We need 50 more likes and I'll order. Y'all can do it. I'm going to stay in the chat with y'all. But let me just open up my app right now because I think we're going to get another 50 likes. I'm not even going to sweat it. But let's see. Let's open it up. Let's see. I've done Uber the last few times. It's been a while since I've ordered from DoorDash. Look at her. She's so sweet. Look at her. Look at her annual pay. I don't know what. Save now. I don't know what that. Okay. They want to sell me something. Okay. So let's see who we got here. I think I got my live order banner somewhere. Get the likes up, y'all, and I'll order something. Let's see. Very limited options. I mean, it's basically Taco Bell. The last time I ordered IHOP, it was a disaster. I'm not doing that again. White Castle. It's like a local. Well, you guys know what White Castle is. Not everybody has them, but let me see. Let me check the comments out. I did Spark today. All right. Tony is lonely. Hit him up. Yeah. What up, Bobby? How are you, man? Look at this. Tony is lonely. Hit him up. Tony. You know what's funny? I was watching the game today, basketball game, right? That's why we did an hour later. and they're in San Francisco. Golden State Warriors, Boston Celtics. I swear they went to a commercial break and they're panning the audience. Tony was in the stands. I swear I saw him, and I tried to rewind it to pause it to see if it was him, but my TV doesn't do that. I haven't set it up yet, so I couldn't. But I know Tony was at that game. I'm telling y'all right now. I saw his little glasses. He was at the game tonight. Did anybody else see that? I know it was him. It was like a split second, but Warriors in 5. No, get out of here with that. Don't make me. No, who's this? Who's this person right here? Hold up. No. Celtics in 7. Tony had on his DoorDash pillow. Oh, Warriors in 6. No, stop the nonsense. Celtics. Listen, I'm rooting for Jason Tatum. He's a St. Louis kid. We don't need the Warriors to win again. Boston's a more complete team. Okay. We got Burger King. Should we just do Taco Bell? And then we'll see how long this takes. We'll get the live going. We got to get the likes up, though. How many likes we got? Somebody tell me. Let me see. Likes are free, y'all. All you got to do is hit them. They help your boy with the algo. Let me see. Oh, what? Oh, this is wrong. Okay, hold up. Let me see. I can't see 138. So we still need 20 to 30. We need 32 more likes in our order. Okay. Let's see. I'll begin the order. I'm going to feel confident you guys are going to keep hitting that like button. So like the stream. Come on. Yeah, hit the like stream. 140, 145. Hit that like stream, baby. What's this one here? What's this say here? Who would invent the next great delivery app? We need something new and not another copycat app. Ooh, you know what? Strawberry on Coke. Does it say strawberry? Yeah, interesting name. There are a lot of new and upcoming, very local delivery companies, but they can't compete with DoorDash. I mean, and if anybody tried or build an app that was that big, they'd be just as bad as the ones that we already have. But I think there are some good local ones. I will say that. I've been seeing articles about that. So, delivery guy, love Mexican pizza. Love it. Oh, yeah, we get 200 likes. That'd be great. Pedro is current at 149. Keep going. We need to get to 170. When I said 50 more, I think we're at like 120. I don't know. GoPuff. Yeah, GoPuff. Is they still around? Is GoPuff still around? I don't know. Okay, let's begin this order. Keep hitting the likes, y'all. Terms apply. What says? Get $3 off with the meal for 2 or meal for 4. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so let's try a little TB. Little TB action, okay? Oh, good question, delivery guy. I got approved for Spark. I got a text message, and I go into the app, and it says I'm not active. And then I talked to somebody, and I called somebody, and I couldn't leave a voicemail because the thing was full. And somebody, thank you very much, a viewer, somebody sent me a text message of the website. I go in there, I need to eat. I haven't been able to get on. And I keep getting a text from Walmart Spark saying, you haven't done a delivery yet. You're missing out on a $50. But I don't have an active account. So I haven't gotten down to the bottom of it yet. But Spark's playing games with your boy. That's all I know. So, okay, let's see. Let's do an order, guys. What are we going to get today? Ooh, hold up. I usually get like the same thing. So let's see. Don't forget to hit the like. How many likes we got? Somebody give me a rundown. We got to get to 170. Pedro, you have to have it. So, Pedro, you have to have it to send you the app link through the website. So, I downloaded. So, the message I got was, congratulations, now download the app. Use your username is this, and then your email's a username, and they sent me a password. So, I downloaded the app. I put that information in, and nothing. So, I don't know what's going on. And when I called them, they said that I didn't have an active account. But they're saying I was approved. I don't know. And I just haven't done enough looking into it yet to actually I don't know. I'm still making money, but I want to try it because I've been hearing good things and I think there could be some value there. And I want to try it and show you guys what it's like. So, all right, let's order. Let's see. We need to get 157, 13 more likes and we're good. So let's go ahead. Let's start this order. They have a new toasted cheddar chalupa. Ooh, that looks black. Okay, let's get one of those. Black bean toasted cheddar chalupa. Let's try that. $4.79. Good Lord. Okay. Whew. That's expensive. Okay. Let's try one of those. Let's get a, what else do they like? Let me go to the veggie options here. Hold on. Okay. We got a cheesy bean and rice burrito. Let's get one of those. It's only $1.20. But it's funny because when you order it there, it's only $1. So it is what it is. Number 1, ordered recently by 90 other, okay, whatever. Add to order. So we got those 2 items right there. Okay. So Patrick says, I really enjoyed my first Spark this weekend, Friday and Saturday total. I made $325. Nice. So Driven says, Pedro, it happened to me too. It took them a week or two to give me the password and having me. Okay, yeah. So maybe it's just I gotta be patient, and I'm gonna be patient because eventually I'm sure it will come, and I'll test it out and see what it is, because you guys know I am not, and I repeat, not a fan of Walmart. I don't like going there. I don't shop there. But if there's money to be made, I'll give it a go. I don't know how long it'll last, but I said the same thing about Instacart back in November when I tried it, and now I actually really like Instacart. So, we'll see. Let's get some cheesy Fiesta potatoes. Yes, sir. Let's get those. I like those. The girlfriend's sleeping. She doesn't eat this crap anyway, so she won't want anything. I think I got 3. What do I got? 3 items. And you can't order. I need to get a side of. Hold on. We need to get a side of the. We'll do black beans and rice and a potato. So we'll do that. And then now I get a side of the Chipotle ranch that I have there, I believe. We'll just do a side of spicy ranch. Why not? 66 cents for that. Good Lord. Get a Baja Blast freeze. Who says that? Mark? Or how many likes we got? Let me see. Because listen, we needed 170. So I got to be a man of my word. I cannot order food unless we have 170 likes on this stream. So let's see. Because y'all know I got no shame in asking for some thumbs up. We have 165 thumbs up. We need 5 more. I think we'll get there. Keep hitting the thumbs up, y'all. All right, so let's order. Let's see, Mountain Dew Baja Blast Freeze. That's what you're talking about? You're talking about one of those? Usually when I go to pick up Taco Bell orders, the machine's either down or they give you something else. So I'm going to order this and see if I actually get it, or they give me like another variation of a freeze. So I like that idea. We'll try that. We'll just do a regular size. We don't need to go crazy. But look, the regular is $3.83 and the large is $4.19. So for 17, what is that? 26 cents more? No. 17 plus 20. 26 cents more. No, not 26 cents, 36 cents more. You get a larger one. So yeah, I guess we'll do that. Okay. That's it. We got it. Yes, they are good. Good item to get. Good idea. Nice cool off at the end of the night. Pedro in the wild. What up, bro? I like doing those lives for y'all. Okay, so let's see what we got in our cart. First off, how much do you think this is going to be so far? I got 1 black bean toasted cheddar chalupa. I got a cheesy bean and rice burrito, cheesy Fiesta potatoes, a side of it. We have 1 black beans and rice. We have a side of spicy ranch and 1 Baja Blast freeze, large. I have Dash Pass, so I have no delivery fee. My fees and estimated taxes actually go from $407 to $224. And in credits applied, I had $1.90 in credits because I ordered like a huge order, anyways, and I had some kind of credit. I don't know why. I think they gave me $1.90. So right now we're at $15.60. And we're going to tip as well, obviously. I have it hand to me. No, why does it say hand to me? I don't have hand to me. I'm going to leave it at the door. Please leave on the table on the porch. Okay, cool. We're going to update that. So it's very easy to update these instructions. So when customers don't put in right instructions, it baffles my mind. 15. Yeah. So a lot of people said $15, 14, 42. D, listen, D, what are you on right now? I ain't spending $42 for Taco Bell right now. 37. What? $37? No way. Tip $10.40. So Bud Soda says I should tip $10.40. So let's see. So the suggested tip is $4.50. You guys see that? That's the suggested tip. So that's not a bad tip percentage. As far as percentages go for what I got, it's not bad. It's not bad, right? But we're going to tip more than $4.50, right? Okay, let's see. We're going to hit other. And listen, this is where the people that suck, when they hit other, see that? and it says add tip. You can add to your tip. We have a lot of great customers that tip us more. But this is a little shout out to all the miserable SOBs out there that do that. Even though it tells them your tip goes to a dasher like Perrine. Perrine loves dashing because bringing people things that make them happy makes me happy. Let me repeat that. Bringing people things that make them happy makes me happy. And if I was a miserable SOB, I would back the tip out because my life sucks and I have no value to give to this world. So I don't tip my delivery driver. But we're not those people. So we will leave. I leave a $10 tip. That's my standard tip on delivery. So we're going to continue. Bud sort of said $10.40 because he wanted my subtotal to be around $26. But we'll keep it at $25.60. There you go. And we're going to place this order right now. Hold up. Let's check the likes. Hold on. We needed 170 likes. Let's see how many we got. 178. I appreciate you guys for the love. Now, okay, make sure I got the right address. Yep. Instructions are good. It says 21 to 31 minutes. Let's go ahead and place that order. As you can see right there, it's being placed. Let's see how long this takes, guys. Deep Thoughts brought to you by 179 of tip. Yeah. $10 is, yeah, that's a good tip. I mean, it's fine. That's what I tip. I do this work. And when somebody tips me like that and, okay, so here we go. Confirming your order. We sent your order to Taco Bell for final confirmation. So let me see. There's 2 Taco Bells that are kind of close. There's one that's closer though, actually. I'm thinking it's going to come from, yeah, okay. So this is so close. Look, that's a Taco Bell on Kings Highway. Listen, this Taco Bell is probably, it's very close, guys. 1.5 miles, maybe. What up, Patrick? Appreciate that, bro. Here's some tip money. Appreciate that, man. Actually, I'll use that money for the gig conference if you don't mind. Or maybe I'll do it next week. I'll tip the guy $25. We'll see. Appreciate that, though. Appreciate the super chat. Is John M. still in the house? Is he ordering with you? Oh, Henry will say, remember that? That was awesome when John did that. Big shout out to John Killian. That was awesome when he did that. So it's asking me if I want a double dash. So if you ever get the DoorDash orders where it's one house, 2 deliveries, you're picking up from 2 different spots, that's why. So it still gives me 8 minutes and 50 seconds. So this has been sent to Taco Bell, but it has not been sent to a driver yet. And they're giving me some time to see if I want to order something. I'm not going to, but that's what they do there. So, and I've done a lot of those orders. I don't mind them actually, because if they make sense and it's a good stack, I've seen good ones, I've seen bad ones. I just did one the other day that wound up going up. It showed me $16. I went to a Chinese joint and then I went to a 7-Eleven and it wound up being $22 total. No, it's $24 total. The guy tipped me $20 and the order was $24 combined. It was great because if there's only one drop off, I like it. And the guy actually tipped on both orders, which was great. So, yeah. But sometimes you see double stacked and it's going to the same customer and they're miserable and they back the tips out on both and it's paying you $5 or $6 to go to 2 places. And it's like, get out of here with that nonsense. We don't do that on this channel. So, but as you can see, look at this. Let me show you guys something. I live in Princeton Heights. I have no problem sharing with you the area I live in. Okay. I'm not going to give you my address, but I live in Princeton Heights. I like my neighborhood. But as you see, it's a straight shot. You see that Taco Bell? It's on South Kings Highway. Straight shot. I mean, look at my house, Princeton Heights. This is going to be an easiest order this driver's had all night. Hopefully the restaurant is good. So don't tip him anything. They don't deserve. DoorDash pays them enough. Nah, false. Get out of here with that nonsense. Do you have the choice to pick what Taco Bell you order from? No, I don't, Zach. Good question. Good question. At least I don't think I did. It just automatically defaults to one. I think maybe there's an option. I don't know if there is. That's a great question. I think it depends on the proximity of where you're at. Yeah, I didn't have that. It didn't give me the option. No. And it didn't tell me where until after I put it in. If I make it to the gig conference, I will be bringing some fire. So, oh, there you go. Okay, nice. Let's see. Yes, this is John's got it. Let's see if you get your order, question mark. I'm going to get my order. Let's see if I get everything in my order. What up, Odeka? How is CC's? Is ice water? I don't know what that means. Pedro is what? What up, Glenn? Pedro, I sold a painting I did on Thursday for what? Hold on. Glenn, what's up, man? Pedro, I sold a painting I did on Thursday for $5,300. Congratulations, man. I want to sell a painting for $5,300. That is awesome. Congratulations, Glenn. What will be missing today? I know, right? So listen, this is what I think is going to happen. I think that black bean cheddar chalupa. Sometimes when it's like a new item, sometimes they run out of that. So I might not get the actual. I might just be a regular chalupa. That's an option. I'll get the potatoes. I'll get the rice and beans. The sauce I ordered, the little cup of sauce, that could be hit or miss. And the Baja Blast Freeze might not be Baja Blast flavor. It could totally be like red or blue or something else, because sometimes those freezes, they don't have all of them. Let's see what happens. Or maybe I get everything and I'm happy as can be. So we'll see. Yeah, I know. Big shout out to Glenn, man. Awesome, Glenn. That's what's up. Let's invest in Glenn. What's it say? Let's invest in Glenn. Yeah, that's what's up, man. And shout out to Patrick for the $25 donation. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, can I show that still? No, it didn't. No. Okay. That's what's up. So tonight we talked about being ready, staying ready. We talked about, there it is. We talked about the gig apps. Are you ready? What are you going to do if they tank in your area? They become oversaturated. How are you doing with fuel costs and inflation right now, right? Are you worried about summer slowdown? We talked about staying ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. We talked about the new Seattle law legislation being passed that's guaranteeing drivers in the gig economy that work DoorDash and Uber the minimum of $17.50 an hour. So as a quick example, let's say you do 2 orders from Chipotle and they're both paying you $6 and it took you an hour. You were active for that time. It took you an hour and you only made $12. They have to bump up that pay on the apps and you'll get an extra $5.50. We talked about that, the good, the bad, why I don't necessarily think it's good for us to have that. I think what's happening is the drivers that are taking these really low ball orders and complaining that they're making $9 an hour because they don't know that acceptance rate doesn't matter. They don't know to be selective. And they don't know that you can unassign. And maybe they're waiting at a Chipotle for 30, 40 minutes and it's only paying them $6. And they can only do 1 or 2 of those an hour and they're not making crap. It will help them, but it's going to hurt the consumer. And I think it'll hurt drivers long run. We're taking the line of employment and we're getting closer day by day. We're inching our way closer to being like an employee on these apps. And it scares me to death because I do not want that. I don't want that for you guys. I don't want it for me. We're all about betting on ourselves here. We use these apps as a stepping stone. And I feel like it's going to be a detriment. That's my opinion. DoorDash Rick, what up? Is the full-time drivers that are complaining, not the part-timers or 1 day OGs? Yeah, probably right. Probably right. As much as I hate moderation and believe in free speech, that guy should be banned. Who? What happened? Pedro, I will email you a picture of his site. Yes, please, Glenn. You got my email, right? You can just send it to Mr.BetonYou81@gmail.com. Actually, I'll put it right here. But if you guys have like stories or things you want to send me or questions, this email right here is the business one. In my about page, I have my personal one. You can send me stuff there too, but this is the one I really look at if you want to send me some stuff. If you want to send me articles or if you got questions, and sometimes I try to get in the live chat and read what I can or the comment section of videos, but it's really hard to see everything. But if you send me an email, I'm probably going to see it. So, okay, we have our dasher, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is our dasher. Love it. Okay. Your dasher is at Taco Bell and you can see the car. So listen, she was close and she's going to drive another 1.5 miles and she's going to make, let's see if there's peak pay in my area. We tipped her 10. My base pay is $2.25. So she's already getting $12.25. If there's peak pay, she might get more. Let's see. No peak pay in my zone right now. So she's going to make $12.25 to drive maybe 2 miles, maybe 3 miles, depending on when she accepted it. But it's in her area. She was close. So we're going to call it 2 miles, $12.25. I'd say that's a great order. So hopefully this is maybe the last one for her and she could, all that. Yeah, somebody just texted me, but yes. Okay. Oh, somebody, I don't know what that's about. All right, let's go back into, oh, you know what? There is a promo, I think. Yeah, no, there is. Okay, I just couldn't dash now. $2.50. So that means she's making $14.75 on this order for 2 miles. $14.75. Wow. Okay. Let's see. I think I got a notification from DoorDash. Oh, I didn't. Still waiting. Okay. So this is going to be here actually very soon. So maybe 10, 15 minutes this order is going to be here. All right. Sorry. Ooh, phone's going off like crazy. Okay. All right. Let's get back into there. Continue hitting that thumbs up. We can get to 200 thumbs up. That'd be fantastic. Let's check the chat. I hope your porch slider's on. Ooh, Porky 90. My porch light's not on. But I do have lights. I did landscaping, and I have these pathway lights. So there is light there, but my porch light's not on. So I'm going to turn that on. Let me see if my girlfriend's upstairs. Let me text her real quick. Okay. But so it says, I've got the crappy dashes before bad attitudes. No, I've gotten those too. There's, it is what it is. The big variable is how fast will Taco Bell churn out the order. Churn out. Good point. For me, it's not how fast, it's how busy they are. If they're not busy, this is a really easy order. But if they're really busy and they're backed up, it could take a while. But I'm thinking, oh, look. What? Order canceled. So did she get there and they're closed? They're probably closed. The order was canceled. Look at that. You see that? Oh, it says, please check the email address associated with this account for details on your order cancellation. View receipt. Let's see what the receipt says now. Refunded, $25.60. Order was canceled. They're closed. I bet they're closed. Wow. That happened another time. But I think it did happen. But I think another driver guy, I don't know. Maybe she canceled it. No, I said order was canceled, not reassigned. The order was just straight canceled. Look at that. Wow. Okay. So that's really great. I love that. I really love that the order was canceled. Yeah. Order was canceled. Now what do we do? And she got the money. She got money, though. They paid her. I didn't, but DoorDash did. So she got something. But, yeah, that sucks, man. Do you think you should be prompted to pick up nearest restaurant? I don't know. I guess she got, I don't know. I've gotten half pay where, let's say it says $8 and they only give me $4. But I've also had an order that said $8 and I was expecting to get only $4 and I got like $7 or $8. So I've gotten half pay for the hidden tip that would have been there. And I've also gotten half pay where it was just a half. So if there's a hidden tip, I think DoorDash pays half. So I think she got $7. So good for her. But canceled. What's up? Like, what's up with that? TV dinner? Yeah, I ain't got no TV dinners, man. Make a sandwich. Make a sandwich. I had a sandwich kind of for dinner, though, so I'm not really feeling that. My 24 Taco Bell closed at 10 p.m. now, early in the week. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. My girlfriend works out, and they have the 24-hour fitness or Planet Fitness, and they're supposed to be open till 10 or 11. No, it's supposed to be open till midnight, but now on the weekends, they close at 7 on Sunday, and they close at 9 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. Everybody's short-staffed, guys. It's crazy. 7-Eleven. Oh, no, Kevin. Don't. Why, Kevin? Why'd you got to bring up the 7-Eleven pizza? Why? Pedro, I got a giant. I don't know. But so it says, Pedro, I got a giant pizza order. I only got half the offer. I knew it, and it would have been more. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I've definitely seen it that way. So should we even try to order something from somewhere else? What do you guys think? It's 12 o'clock. Is it too late? A lot of places over here might be closed at this time because of, the hours of operation aren't updated with the DoorDash consumer app and their app, which is actually the store's fault, but it is what it is. Or a lot of places just close early because they don't have staff, and there's nothing anybody can really do about that. So, hold up. I saw a comment I wanted to read in here. Hold on. Where is it? I just looked. Every St. Louis Taco Bell closes at midnight or earlier. That's crazy. Well, I ordered it at 11:50 though, or 11:30, right? 11:35. So it is what it is. I appreciate what you're doing with your channel very much, man. Hey, it's all good. There was one I want. Where did I see? I saw a comment talking about tipping or. Oh, there's this one. Can you help me understand hidden tips? Why is this a thing? I'm a new Dasher. Oh, yes, I can. So DoorDash. I'll give you a crash course, okay? If you see an order, it's even on long miles ones too, but if it's an order that's 4 or 5 or miles, or like, let's just call it 4 miles or less, okay? My base pay is $2.25 for most of my orders that are not a lot of miles. The base pay can go up based on mileage or based on if it was unassigned or not picked up by Dashers and it's been sitting for a while. But $2.25 is my general one. So if I see $6.25 going 3 or 4 miles, 95% of the time that order is going to be more than $6.25. Sometimes it's only 50 cents. Sometimes it's $1. Sometimes it's $5 more. I've seen, sometimes it's just a couple bucks. But when a customer tips more than $4, like I just did, they will only show the driver that they tip $4, and it will show us $6.25. And then after you complete it, it will go up. So in this scenario, I tipped $10. The driver would have only saw this amount, and then it would have went up. DoorDash plays games. They want to prevent cherry picking. They want to prevent people from only taking $10 orders or more. And the way they do that is they hide some of the customers' tips. It's absolutely ridiculous, but they do it. That's my crash course. So in your market, you want to take what your normal base pay is, and you can look back at like some of your orders. Hey, Cooper, knock it off. Go lay down. It's my dog, sorry. You take what your starting base pay is. So let's say for you, it's $3. If you see an order, the sensory strut, for $7 and it's a few miles, take it. Because 95% of the time, it will be more than $7. So you always want to take it at face value, but just know that it's probably going to go up. So, and especially if it's a lot of items or if it's a large subtotal, jump on that. If you do it as full time, you can get a discount. Yeah. All good. Okay, so 7-Eleven. No, I can't do that. Make some cereal. Yeah, I guess we're just not ordering tonight. I feel like if I order something else from another place, like this White Castle or somewhere else, it's probably not going to come because that's, we ordered it. We got on a little bit late, but definitely next Sunday we will definitely do an order. We'll do it a little bit earlier. That way this doesn't happen again. But it sucks. Think about this. It sucks. It's not the end of the world, but think about like if you're trying to order for your kids or something like that, and your order just gets canceled, right? And at this time of the night, it's like, okay, it's late. But let's say your order gets canceled or something happens, and you're like, you got your kids, you're doing homework, you're just trying to get them some dinner. It's been 30, 40 minutes. You're expecting that food to arrive, and it doesn't show up. Maybe you don't have something to make for your kids. Maybe you didn't plan on making something. Now you got to make something. The kids are hungry. Like, it sucks when an order gets canceled, man. There's no way around that. It blows. It sucks. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's go down. Appreciate you guys for being in here. What else we got? Let's stay in the chat for a little bit. I'm not quite done babbling. Okay, we talked a lot about some good stuff earlier. Now I just want to get in the chat with you guys, and I can answer some questions if you want. We could do that. Appreciate you. I dropped a like. Appreciate it. It's a great comment. It's hard to see the numbers at houses at night, and in the hood, a lot more houses don't have address. Yes, that is so true. Oh, it's so true. Having a flashlight's helpful, but you know what? It's also, you got to be careful. You don't want to, you shine a flashlight in somebody's wrong house nowadays. Like, you know, got to be careful. Driving at night's a whole nother beast, man. Let's get 220 for the advice. Yeah, hit the likes for your boy, man. Store's closed. You're wrong. Do you dash downtown? Hold up. Do you dash downtown? If so, how do you deal with parking? I do dash downtown sometimes. And sometimes in downtown, you got to make your own spot. You got to know what merchants you want to deliver, like do business with, that are going to be quick. Because if I go to a spot and I don't put a quarter in, you know, sometimes you got to put a quarter in. You got to make your own spot. You got to put those hazards on. I know some delivery drivers put signs up saying I'm on a delivery. That might help the meter maid not give you a ticket. So there's ways around it, but there's definitely value in delivering in downtown, because you could do a lot of short runs, you know, in my market at least. So you keep your miles real low, but sometimes the parking can be a pain in the butt. That's for sure. This is why we can't dash late night thing. Yeah, I know. I haven't dashed this late in forever. So what up, Frank? How you doing, man? I make good money during profitable hours. Never liked late hours. You're living the experience. Yeah. I wonder how many deliveries that don't get delivered when I quit for the night. I hear you, man. That the Uber bag comes with a sign. Yes, it does. It does. It does. I did not get, I signed up for Uber rideshare when I started my gig economy life 2 years ago. And then I folded into Uber Eats. So I never got an Uber Eats bag or a sign or anything, because I did Uber rideshare and then I just added the Uber Eats. So like my account is set up a little bit different, I think. That's why I never got that stuff. But all right. I'm glad that 250 people see how these drivers operate. Yeah, I know, man. I'll tell you what. Yeah, let's know how it goes. Late nights are better in my area right now. Yeah, you got to know your area. I mean, I could probably make decent money right now, but basically right now, if I went out, I know 7-Elevens would be open. I could do some 7-Eleven runs. IHOP is 24/7. There'd be some McDonald's that are open right now, but those lines would be crazy. So I would probably, there's 2 7-Elevens that are close to me. I would probably just do 7-Eleven runs. Those are the orders I would accept right now. I could probably make right now. There is peak pay and I could probably get decent tips. I could probably make 20, 25 bucks an hour doing 2 runs a night or 2 runs an hour for 7-Eleven. They'd probably each pay me 10, 12 bucks. I could do that right now. I don't want to work at it. I don't want to work this late. I'm an old man. So, and McDonald's definitely be open, but I'm good on the McDonald's, man. There's one close to me. There's a few close to me, but the lines are just too long. I'm too impatient. I can't do it. I'd rather work morning. If I was going to change anything in my gig life, I'd rather work a little bit mornings, like early morning through lunch, late afternoon, and be done by like 3 or 4 instead of finishing at 5 or 6. I would rather do that than to work late night. What about you guys? What are the requirements for the pizza program? Good question. You have to have at least 100 deliveries, I think. You have to have a pizza bag and submit a photo. Your rating has to be, I think there's a rating requirement as well. I can't remember what it is, but there are some requirements. If you actually go to the website, it'll tell you. Actually, you know what? Let's look it up together right now. Let's look it up right now. I'll let me see. Hold up. Let me see. Let's go there. I did a video on this, but I don't know what's going on here. I highly recommend being part of it. I'm in it. I do a lot of pizza deliveries and I have my bag and I take my picture, and I definitely recommend being in it versus not. You're still gonna get bad offers sometimes, but you just take them or you just don't take them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. So requirements. This is from the DoorDash site. Okay, let me see. Pre-enrollment. How do I get a pizza? You got to have pizza bag. Okay. Oh, it doesn't say. Okay, it talks about that. I believe you had to have at least 100 deliveries. It doesn't say that here, though. It just talks about having a bag, taking a picture, submitting it. Your pizza, you're insulated. Yeah. Still need help? Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't say. Interesting. If somebody knows, put it in chat. What up, Nova? What up? You still up? Is Nova Dasher in here? Loving the lives, bro. Your lives are good. Love them, man. Love your energy. Keep it up, man. Love that you're doing those. Hope you had a good day today. Hope you made some money. I just tried to order Taco Bell and my order got canceled. Earlier, Nova, we talked about law legislation being passed in Seattle. What do we think about it? We talked about staying ready in the gig economy, preparing for the worst. Look at this. I just got a text message. You guys talking about Spark right here. There's my Spark app. I downloaded it. I can't get in, but they just sent me another text message. Let's read it together. Look, ready? There's the message I just got right now. It says, don't forget, complete your first 3 trips to earn a $50 bonus by 6/13. And if you complete 10 trips by 6/18, get an additional $50. Check out our FAQ page on the website, Happy Driving. So they keep sending me information. And look, it's a video link to YouTube, but I'm not active on the platform yet. It's crazy. Makes no sense to me, but other people are telling me I got to be patient. It takes a week or two. It's already been about 8 or 9 days since I've been accepted via the text message they send me, but I have not been, haven't been able to start yet. So, what's this one here? New study says 8 out of 10 food delivery drivers steal food. Mostly low tip. Yeah. See, that's crazy, Jonathan. I think that's really high, but if you're a driver, and I'm going to say this, and I don't care if I offend you. If you're a driver, even if you're somebody right here, if you're taking lowball orders and you're mad, and your rebuttal to that is to eat a customer's food, you suck, and you should not be doing this job. You should not be delivering people's food. If you're mad that you took a $2 order and they didn't tip you, and you're eating their fries and you're messing with their food, you need to get off of this app because you're making it bad for me. And you're making it bad for the other drivers. So if you're that person, I'm talking to you right now. If you're watching the replay, if you got a problem with what I'm saying, I don't care. We cannot be eating people's food because we're mad they didn't tip us. You should just not take the order to begin with. Stop eating people's food. Just stop. It doesn't make any sense at all. Because you're getting all these viral TikToks that are going out and it's painting all of our drivers. Oh, we all eat food. And we don't do that. I've never done that. I would never touch a customer's food. I would never do that at all. But we got all these people out here who watch TikTok and they think that that's what we do, right? And if you're doing that, you're in the wrong line of work. You need to do something else. And I'm pulling no punches when I say that. That's how I feel. What up, Gigwise? This is a fellow driver, hustler in St. Louis. He lives in my neighborhood. What up, man? I'm out at bar after a long Instacart day. Nice, man. Hope you're having a good one. Drive safe, bro. Are you coming? Yeah, you are RCP. I think you said you're coming to conference. Can't wait to see you again, man. How do you deal with people who change addresses? Good question. How do you deal with people who change addresses? So if you get an address change, you'll get an update saying the delivery, I usually will call support if it's really far away. If they changed it and it was an honest mistake and I feel that way and it's like around the block, I'm just going to take a picture and let support know, and that's it. You do have to be careful because some people it'll be 10, 15, 20 mile difference. Yeah, I don't do that, right? I'm not doing that because then you're going to get scammed possibly. But sometimes it can be an honest mistake, but calling support so you're protecting yourself is going to be crucial in that situation. Ooh, hold up. Frank says, I call support if they change the address. There you go. But there has been a couple times where I've delivered, somebody was at a hotel, for example, and they thought the address was Avenue, but it's actually Drive. And this happened to me because we have a street called Clayton Avenue and there's Clayton Drive or something. And I went to the address that was provided by the customer in the app and it was the wrong address. And I communicated with them and she was really apologetic. And I brought it to her and she gave me an extra $5. But I called support. You got to make sure you do that. Okay. So you got to read people and understand, like, I could tell it was an honest mistake and I had her food. So I'm going to get her food. So, but you got to call support. So Tony says, I will only do address change if support will pay me. That's a good point. It's a good point. DoorDash support, I love you. I'm so appreciative of your solution. Please. DoorDash support be saying some wild things lately on some of these text messages I've been seeing. They be saying, I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you and your family are great. Like they put in this weird stuff, like like it's just support agents are crazy sometimes. It's funny. What up, Krista? So Patrick says, I purchased a hot bag that I can plug into my 12-volt outlet for longer trips, mainly catered. Nice. Ooh, hold up. Driven Dad only needs 5 subscribers away from 500. Listen, somebody right now, please put in a link to the Driven Dad's channel. Go check them out. Go sub. Let's get them 5 more subs, guys. Let's do that tonight. I'm not going to get off this live until Tony gets another 5 subs. I'm going to sit here just like this. Somebody put a link in for me, please. Actually, I can do it. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. Hold up. Hold on. I gotta change something here. Hold up. Let's go there. Driven has been a big supporter of mine, and it says you got 502 subscribers. That's what it says on my thing. I think you just did it. It says 502 on my end. So there you go. That was quick, man. You listen. The power of YouTube, man. You guys are amazing. Listen, I can't tell you how much you guys mean to me, my family. This community is unbelievable. It's awesome. Not every day is great. You know, we're not always going to agree on stuff, but I love that we could have this kind of community and help each other. You know, people are asking questions in here. People are saying, I'm new at this or I'm new at that. What can I, it's good, man. We all learn from each other. Most of you guys have been doing this longer than I have. So I learned from you guys, but I remember, you have a channel, you hit certain benchmarks, 100 subs, 500, 1,000. It's fun when you're on YouTube. You're putting your face out there, your opinion, you're putting your whatever out there, your craziness out there. So when you hit certain milestones, and 500 is one of them, it's fun, man. It's fun, right? Good question here. Where did you find a hot bag you can plug up in your car? JY. Somebody give him an answer in the chat, y'all. Amazon. There you go. Boom. You can find everything on Amazon. But I don't have one of those bags, but I've definitely seen them. There we go. Nova Dasher. Gig love all around. Big facts. Yeah, man. I love it, man. I can't wait to meet some of you guys that are coming to the conference. And obviously we're going to have it live on YouTube as well. I love it, man. Mary, thank you. I saw that you put the link in. Appreciate it. We had a pretty quick response. I think a lot of the responses are automated. Oh, you're talking about from support? Absolutely, they are. They're reading off a script, if that's what you're talking about. Absolutely. So Bud says, I'm probably going to do a few opinions. Yeah, Bud, so do them, man. What's up, man? Do them. Hold on, what's it say? Hold up. I'm waiting for support to send me free Woodstock tickets. Oh, crazy. 100% chat support is automated. Yeah, it is. I'll say this. I've had some good chat support agents that I felt like actually did help me with certain things that have happened, but most of them are limited in what they could do because they actually are just reading from a book, a script, and they have multiple different scripts because there's agents from multiple different companies. You'll have the same agent that will be a DoorDash and Uber Eats because I've actually had them. I've been on a DoorDash support agent call and they're telling me, thank you for being an Uber Eats driver. And, so they're very limited to what they can do for us, right? You have to know when to call them and when not to call them. You know what I'm saying? So look at that. Yeah, look at that. What did he just get? Like 20 subs? Love it, man. I love it. New member. What up? New member. Daniel, what up? Became a YouTube member. Appreciate that. We do a giveaway the last Sunday of every month just for my members exclusively. So stay tuned every Sunday night for those. And I drop little videos and posts that only you guys can see. Now I might ask you questions and things like that. So appreciate you being a member of the channel, man. It means a lot to me. What up, Christopher? What up, man? How are you? Uber Eats delay tips. Yes, Uber Eats delays tips. So when you see an Uber Eats offer for $10 and you drop it off and it's only paying you $3 initially, the customer can actually add to the tip or pull it back. And the tip is like they're predicting what the customer is going to leave or did leave. I don't know. They hide tips too. So don't freak out if you only see the 3. You got to wait an hour or two and then it'll go up to what it's supposed to go up. And sometimes it will go up more than what it showed you. So Okay, let's see. Dasher Direct agents. What's this say? Dasher Direct agents all speak very good English. Go figure. Huh, interesting. Huh. So Spark delays them too, 24 hours. Yeah, customers on Walmart, right? This is Spark. They could tip. They have that time, that much time to tip, which can be scary for me. But I think if you're giving good service and you're being respectful to customers, you're following instructions, the tip's probably going to stay, I would imagine, or maybe even go up, right? I think it's all relative, but got it. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I did get that, Frank. All right, so let's see what else we got. What's this one here? I remember when Uber Eats never showed the tips; they just showed the base pay. That's crazy. I could never. Postmates was like that, right? I remember I did Postmates. I did Postmates last, I guess, a year and a half ago, and I hated it. But I didn't know any better. Everything was like $2, $3, $4, and they would add it, and it was crazy. And it wasn't that busy, but I did 100 because I think they gave me a bonus of like $500 or something like that if I did 100 deliveries. I think it was 500, maybe even more. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So I did that, but tip baiting has happened on Spark for me, but not enough that it really screws me. Yeah, I think that's generally. I think most of the time tip baiting happens, but it's not like, I don't look at it as like a big issue or big problem. I think there's other things that I think are bigger issues, at least for me. But what is this here? I feel like Idiocracy, the movie, when I door food delivery. There's nothing wrong with what we do, man. What are you talking about? Delivering Ellis on the house. The biggest tips I got were on Postmates. Really? Those were the biggest ones? I didn't like it, but I don't know. Why do you think they're not around anymore? Well, it's not that they're not around. I think Uber Eats bought them out, right? So sometimes when I'm on an Uber Eats run, it will, in the details, it actually says Postmates. I think the customers that have the Postmates customer ordering app can still order through Postmates, and they don't even know that it's actually coming through Uber. I do think that. I think that's why it says Postmates still. I don't know. Craziness of the world. Yeah, I hear that. All right. Okay. Let's see. What time is it? 12:21. Pedro going to play around with Amazon Flex next week. Still can't do Spark. Oh, you're talking about you're going to do Amazon Flex? Nice. Let me know how it goes, man. I'm going to be out tomorrow. I'll start my day about 10. I'll do Instacart. And then I'll start with whatever's great, but I'll probably do Instacart and do some DoorDash and Uber. I do them all at the same time. You know how it is, man. But I'm waiting on Spark to finally have all the approval and the access, but they haven't given it to me yet. So it is what it is. Shout out to the new channel member, baby. Hold on. Let's put him up. Daniel. Bam. Appreciate you, my dude. I try to get back to y'all the last Sunday of every month. I do a giveaway just for you guys. So cash giveaway. One was $60 and two were like $45. Nice. That's crazy. What's the biggest tip y'all ever got? Put in the chat right now. So I've had two what I consider really big tips. I had a guy when I was doing rideshare hand me like $114. I don't know if it was on mistake. He handed me money, and if somebody hands you cash, from the back seat, you don't like look at it right away. Like I said, thank you, and I put it in my glove box. And then as I drop him off and I'm driving away, and then I look to see what it was, and I knew it was a $10 bill in there is what I saw. But in the 10 was a couple ones and $100 bill, and it was real. So that was my biggest tip. And then about 7 months ago, I filmed it, actually. I was doing a video. A guy did a double dash, 7-Eleven, pizza, and a pizza place, delivering to a hotel downtown. And I could tell he was probably like a truck driver or something like that. He had that vibe. I could have been wrong, but he was some kind of guy that did delivery. He delivered something. I could tell based on the look, his communication, and the tip. He tipped me on the app. It was like a $20 run, right? So he tipped me for both. I think I drove maybe it was like 8 or 9 total miles. And then he handed me $100, all 20s. And I was like, wow. And this was towards the end of the day. So I've had basically 2 $100 tips. Those were the best tips I've ever gotten. Anytime somebody tips like that, I'm just like blown away. Like, that's crazy to tip somebody $100 to deliver. Like, that's absolutely amazing. But I could tell this guy, he gets it. I'm a hustler like him. I'm delivering him something, I mean, I could tell he probably got that out the ATM or something, like from the hotel. Like it was all 20s. They were crisp. So, yeah, that's my biggest tip. What about y'all? And I've gotten several $20 tips. Like, I get a few of those a week usually. A couple $40 tips here and there. When I was a server at a restaurant, I've gotten several really big tips, but we're talking just food delivery. So. But sort of says 98.87 giant 200 plus unit number Instacart. Nice. See, I would love to do what's this one here? $200 4th of July. Nice, Mott's Pizza. Nice, the gig show. I would love to do I would love tomorrow if I turn my Instacart app on and I get like a double, even triple, and it's paying me $100. I'm on it. I don't care if it takes me a couple hours. I'm on it. I don't care if there's 20 cases of water. Boom, because then that's like half my money in a couple hours. I'm doing that all day. I don't care if I got to go up 10 flights of stairs. If I can knock it out in 2-3 hours, I'm all over that. I'm all over it all day long. I just got a $30 tip on ship that delivered on 5:30. Nice. We got 98 is the biggest tip on a liquor order. Nice. Some good tips here. $54 right here from Yo Man. Nice. $20. Ain't no wrong with $2 tip, man. Eventually, I think we're all going to get, you'll get that tip that you remember. I remember the guy handed me that $114. I remember the guy handed me those $20 bills, 5 of them. I was like, I told him, dude, you just made my whole day, man. Appreciate you. Like, thank you so much. Like, it's very, very extremely generous because he had already tipped me on the app and he already tipped me great on the app. So Taquim says $100 cash tip. Nice. Okay. Biggest tip for $31.99 for a liquor order. Lowest tip, 80 cents. Oh God, from a kid. Yeah, it's hard with the kids sometimes just don't know, I got a $100 cash tip for airport run. Nice. $151 tip on a Target Instacart. Nice. I didn't know Target was on Instacart. Oh no. Yeah, I do. I do know that. I've done one. Lowest tip was a penny. Yeah, my lowest tip was to cream was 2 pennies. Like somebody gave me 2 cents. They gave me their 2 cents, and I was like so hot about it. Oh, I remember that. That was like last year. Read the customers leave reviews on their next order instead of after delivery. Do you find that to be true? I read that customers leave reviews on their next order instead of after delivery. Oh, I don't know. I'm not really sure. $155 tip on a TGI Friday order. Nice, man. And I think there are some times seasonally around the holidays, Christmas or whatever holiday, around that time that you celebrate, New Year's Eve. Like if you're out, you might get some bangers on those nights because people are in a giving mood. They're if you're doing rideshare and you're picking up a couple, they've been out all night. They might throw you that nice $20, $50, $100 bill. Like I've seen that, right? Sometimes during those is good. $75 pickup. He liked our conversation. He did not want to schedule another lift. Had a $75 for picking up a couple from dinner after dropping them off. Nice. Yeah. That's I've done a few of those. I've actually had several people where I was taking them to a destination. They're like, how do I get you again? And the app doesn't really work like that. But the one guy was like, can you give me my number? And and he like tipped me like right away. So I gave him my number and he never wound up calling me. But $65 for 1 mile. Wow, that's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. Look at this. In this chat, I learned TGI. They do still exist. They are on the apps. Yeah, TGI Fridays used to be crazy busy out in St. Louis. They're not as much anymore. But all right, y'all. What time is it? 12:28. I think we're going to end this live here. You guys are great. Unless you guys got any other questions you want to ask or something. I think it's time. I can hear the TV's on upstairs, so that means my girlfriend. So listen, okay, let's talk. I'm not done yet, actually, because I want to show Madison some love. I know she's not going to watch this, but she might be hearing me. I don't know. A couple more minutes. I know I just said bye, but I'm not quite done. Okay. my significant other is an absolutely amazing human being. She's the most loving person I've ever met in my life, and I've met a lot of loving people. I have a lot of great people in my life, but she is the best. She's a fantastic mom. She's selfless. I mean, we have a good thing. I'm extremely lucky to have her in my life. And our balance is just so good right now, and like what we do and how we balance time with the kid and what, our roles. Like, it's just, but I can hear so she put Ruby down to bed. I was watching the game. So 8:30 is Ruby's bedtime. So she put her down and she takes her in the room and she kind of rocks her sleep and she puts her in. And sometimes Madison will fall asleep in the rocking chair. And so I can tell that's probably what happened. And she just got up and she's up there like watching some TV right now. And I can hear she's probably eating some cereal. I can hear the silverware banging on the side of the bowl. Shout out to my girlfriend, Madison. She is, yeah. I know. Look, I know. Listen, y'all. Let's not get into that right now, okay? I'm not saying you're wrong or you're right, but listen, there's a time and place for everything. Are we invited to the wedding? Look at it. I know. Listen. She loves me and all my craziness. Trust me. And I come with baggage, guys. And I'm not always the easiest person. I'm a very kind person, but I'm not always the easiest to be around because I'm a busy guy. I'm super opinionated. I like what I like. But she knows me and she loves me so hard, man. And she is such a great mom. I don't know. Anyways, that's a great way to end this live. Show Madison some love because she is just, she's the best. She's the most loving human being I've ever met in my life. That's the best way to describe her. She loves so much and she's so kind and just like, you guys will meet her if you come to the conference. So appreciate you guys. I'm going to put in real quick before we exit. Let me get some business out the way. Hold on. I made a couple videos this week. Okay. Talking about Buckle, the insurance company. I'm going to put a link in for you guys because, hold on. Is that right? There's a link right there. You can check it out. They're only in 9 states, but you need to have proper insurance. You get a free $20 just for getting a free quote. They'll send you a Visa e-card for $20. If you're not in one of the 9 states, sign up for the free membership. It's free. You get information, up-to-date stuff, whatever, and you get $5 for that. It's free. Be up to date. Buckle's doing a lot of things. This is a rideshare and food delivery insurance made exclusively for you. Go check out that link. I think I just put it in. There you go. You guys are fantastic. I love each and every one of you for giving me your time. Sorry the show was late. Sorry the order got canceled. We talked about a lot of good topics. If you're watching on a replay, consider hitting the thumbs up button. Consider hitting subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be out into the wild tomorrow doing Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats. If you're out right now, be safe. If you're at home and somebody's up in your house, a loved one, a kid, whatever, go upstairs and give them a hug and tell them you love them. See you guys next week.